Hello everyone, welcome in, welcome in. I had everything set up to play Stardew Valley because I forgot it was Tuesday and not Wednesday. But we're playing Palia today, and that should be a lot of fun. I completely forgot to hit the record button when I went live, so I'm gonna have to download this later, and hopefully nothing crashes during the stream. I'm expecting storms and things around me, so hopefully everything stays good. But just a lot of finger crossing and hoping and just wishing that nothing goes wrong. Some of the stuff that I want to work on today is I do want to do a little bit more decorating because I have ideas for how I want my gazebo to look and work, but I haven't actually done anything with it. And we do need to work on the growing the oak tree or whatever the quest was, to kind of see like how that new system works, yada yada. So fun stuff. It is in fact stream time. You are correct. I'll move my controller since we're not going to need it. But yeah, I completely thought today was Wednesday, so I was getting ready to do Stardew Valley, went to go live, realized, oh no, I am supposed to be playing a totally different game. So I had to redo everything while I was trying to go live. I needed some hydration to get us started. It'll get my brain working better, hopefully. So, while I was offline, it was actually over this past weekend, they announced that they were doing a sort of a reward for everybody to where if we all collectively caught 25 million bugs, we would get rewarded with another plushie. Now, part of the incentive, of course, is to try to get the plushies for these bugs, of which I think the paper lantern bug is one of the ones you're supposed to catch. Another one is the lunar moth or the fairy moth, one of the two, and the ladybug. All can drop plushies. Now, I did not get any of those plushies. I did see an image of them just a little while ago as I was about to go live. They are very cute, so I am kind of wanting one. But I wasn't lucky enough to get one, even though we did catch a bunch of bugs. As you can see, I caught quite a few. I want to say that I caught around 100, maybe a little bit more than 100, but no plushies, and I'm pretty sure we have star versions of each of these, so we don't need more. The Father's Day gift that it gave us, of course, was some smoke bombs and some seeds randomly, which I also don't need, but we'll go ahead and keep them just so. And in order to carry everything, I had originally equipped 2 of our romance pins. I'm going to go ahead and take those off now because we like to keep them in our pockets instead of putting them on our lapels. Now, if we do accidentally equip them, it does take 1 real world week before we can take them off again. So, ooh, what did we get? Sticky bombs, claim. 30 sticky smoke bombs. That is part of the, hey, you guys made it to 20 million bugs, which when I last looked was only 13 million. So we've made it to 20 out of 25 million bugs, which is really cool, actually. So I'm just gonna swap all of these out of my inventory and into the abyss to be sold for profit. Nice. I also collected a bunch of seeds. Some of them I have already planted. Some of them, of course, I still have in my pockets. Oops, I missed a couple bugs. Apparently, I really wanted to keep these 2. Boop, boop. Just toss those in there real quick. Hello, hello, Kuzu. How are you? Ugh, this tree still isn't grown. Terrible. Nice. So of course we need to grow the acorn to maturity. That's part of the oneness quest that we're doing right now. The gardener's new oneness. And of course, we've got a couple of gifts. We ended up with a red candy egg and some spicy peppers. What does a red candy egg do? A gift from the Silverwings. Where do you think they found it? Oh, does it just give me focus? Oh, nice. Doing alright? How about yourself? I am doing pretty okay. I'm a little out of it today. I'm kind of tired, but I'm making do. So we're gonna be alright. Like I said, one of the things I want to work on is getting rid of some of these lights. But I want to set up this pergola and gazebo as like a walkway that leads from the house to this. And to do that, I have to decide, do I want to have it coming from like the side of the house? I'm going to have to move this somewhere. And am I going to have a pathway that leads directly to the front door? I think we will. I'm just not sure yet what pathway I wanted to use. So, we got a lot of things to decide. And, you know, we can take our time with it. Nice. We got harvest star quality crops with like the first and second things that we harvested, so I call that a win. Alright, let's go ahead and throw all this stuff in here. Now we have had to eat quite a few of our things to be able to get our focus back, so we are running low on foods, but that's okay. And then as for the flowers, I am going to dump all of that into our general storage for now, and we may go ahead and plant them later. So, we'll see. Oof. I had a hiccup that turned into a burp. Gross. I don't think we have anything going over here. I know we had originally made a stack of the pickled tomatoes, but I don't think we put it in anywhere else. Okay, I don't think so. Fantastic. Speaking of tomatoes, we still have 9 tomato seeds. So if we're wanting to replant everything, of course, we're going to have to deal with that. We did only walk away with about 100 something total. So not quite our best tomato moment. That's okay. Technically, we didn't plant all 81 spaces with tomatoes, so not the worst. Oops, wrong spot. I wanted to sell them. Not the worst, but not the best either. Now, in order to continue our bug hunting extravaganza, we are going to need to probably head to Bahari. If we go after nightfall, of course, we can catch more of these glow bugs and try for that plushie. I have no idea where the rest of these spawn. And to be fair, I don't actually know if it's the paper lantern bug or if it's the actual glow bug, which is the blue one. And that's a little bit harder. I think it is the lunar fairy moth is one of them, which is in the fields and forests during evening and night, just like the glow bug. And then it's the ladybug, which I don't have any of. I thought I did. I guess I don't. There's this one, unless it's this one. Has a chance to be found when foraging in the fields of Bahari Bay, which we will be doing. So it's going to be a lot of time in Bahari today. And I have made 400 smoke bombs, plus 4. And also the sticky ones they gave us. So it looks like it's morning, so we're not going to be able to find any of the glow bugs just yet. So for now, oh, I need to go to the money version. Let's go ahead and put those in there. Oh, apparently I had some over here. Whoops. Yoink. I didn't realize that I had some over here. There we go. Game, if you would let me use my F button, that would be fantastic. So we picked up a lot of clay because clay is one of the ingredients in making smoke bombs. And now I did all that kind of stuff when I was offline. I grabbed a bunch of fur, I grabbed a bunch of flowers, I grabbed a bunch of clay in case we needed to make more. So I am going to make another 100, so we have an even 504. That way we have plenty to help us out when it comes to trying to join the community and trying to work towards that 25 million bugs, which is a lot of bugs. I wouldn't be surprised if the community gets it within today or tomorrow, considering that, like I said, we are already at 20 million. Oh, my shoulder just started really hurting for some reason. I don't know why. It just hurts, like, right on the back of me. Ugh. I'm just getting old and gremlin-y, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. So that's the plan. The plan is to just kind of run around collecting things. Hopefully we'll get some more plushies today. That's my big hope. But, you know, we're just going to do a lot of little stuff. So, like, if we come across a deer, then we kill it. If we happen to talk to people and raise their affection for us, that's fine too. And of course, I do want to do some decorating at some point, so I gotta work on that too. I have a lot of plans, but I'm gonna go to Bahari. We should go together next time. I've been meaning to collect some of the flowers that grow there.
Next time, we're designing something together.
I guess we should bring her some flowers. I feel like that's what she's asking for. Hello, Zeki. What do you got going on? We actually haven't bought anything from him in a while. Oh yeah, I also have to propose love to Sabira. So, box of chocolates, be my friend. Now that we're level 4 friends with her, chat with Subira. Greetings, citizen. She wants enchanted planks. No. How about chocolates? A gift? How considerate. What would she say? This is a romantic gift. While I appreciate the consideration, romance is forbidden for members of the Order. So, unfortunately, I cannot accept this, regardless of how much I would like to. Subira continues to hold the gift in her hands. She has not returned it to you, despite her words. Oh, I understand. Can I have it back then? Keep it anyways. What kind of lame rule is that? Keep it anyways. If you are sure, Cece, I will treasure it. The way I would treasure any gift from a trusted friend. Of course. I shall take my leave now. There is still much to do. I will speak with you later. Yes? The gift you handed to Subir remains in her arms as she takes her leave. Ooh, we can flirt with her now. Oh, Cece, I was hoping to see you. Here I am. Feel free to clap. I come to see you every day. I wanted to see you too. Really. I wanted to see you too. I said nothing about desire. After all, as a member of the Order, I do not have any of that. What is the goal or quest we are going for? We're just playing Palia. I mean, there's not really a concrete goal today. I do want to do some decorating. I do want to catch some bugs. I do want to flirt with Subira and see how that goes, because that was our first official flirt with her. It's going about as well as I thought it would. But we're also growing an acorn to maturity, and I don't know how well the decorating's gonna go. So for now, I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna work on some of the decorating, and then as it gets to be nightfall, when we can catch the glow bugs, we'll head to Bahari and start catching them. So, is the bug catching event still going on? Yes. So the community has officially hit 20 million, like I said, and I'm gonna try to help us get a little bit closer to 25 million, while also trying to get plushies for myself. I think that's a win-win. Alright, we drop those off. Alright, where are my pathways? Because I know we've actually made some. Maybe they're considered furniture or decor. Those are dinner plates. That's not what I wanted. I don't remember. Is it this one that we made? The wood slab paver? I think that's the only one we actually made. I'm double checking. We've also made some edging for like a garden. We may use that at some point. It's the wheelbarrow. Have we made anything else? I don't think so. Can I put this over there? That's what I want to find out. It's part of what I wanted to do is I want to decorate the gazebo. And I want to decorate our plushie room. but I'm not sure which like couch and stuff I should put in the plushie room. So I need to look for some of our floorings and rugs and things so we can put rugs on the floor, but I don't know that we have that many. I'm pretty bad about buying rugs. Builder's stone floor. Okay, I don't think that's what I needed. And then the large crate. No, I don't think any of that is what I needed. Oops. Alright. Furniture. Never crafted. Okay. So I don't need the builder stuff. Although we could create like a little room or building or something. I just don't think that there's a need for it yet. I was debating on trying to make like a tree house, but to do that, I'd probably have to make like a series of ramps and then plant some trees and get the trees to grow around it to where it looks like it's in the trees. And I don't know how well that would go. So I do kind of want to do something like that, which would just be like building this and then having the large crates like we already have as like the floor. I just don't know how much stuff you can set on top of these, so I don't know like how well it would work as like a tree house. So we'll see. And then I did want to make some pavers. I was gonna say I kind of wanted the square ones, so I'm gonna make the terracotta, which uses up our stone bricks, so we'll have to make more of those. So just, oh, I'm running low on stone. We may have to go for a stone run. And then the square concrete takes just the regular stone. We're gonna have to go for a stone run, just to see which one I would like better. I do want to switch over to the white picket fencing at some point, because the log fencing is fine, but I do want to switch when we finally like have everything laid out. Except I do like this broken sign. I don't want to get rid of my broken sign. You can't move it or anything, but it stays there as long as you don't attack it with your axe. That's how you get rid of it. Alright, let's see. 7... Oh, I do like that, but what's the middle here? I probably should start at this end, honestly. Okay, so this is the middle. Alright, what about the other one? The terracotta. Oh, the terracotta's smaller. What if I do... Oh, I can put them on top of each other. It's a little wild. It doesn't quite fit, so I wouldn't be able to put it on top of the other one. But I was distracted because I was thinking, oh, what if I did diamonds? But there's not a way to do like a half diamond is the thing. So I need you to scooch on over. Oops. Thank you. Alright, so if I did a diamond, and then I did like another diamond, let's see. I feel like if I was to do a pathway, it would be like a series. Oh, that doesn't line up, does it? Oh, now I don't love that. Hang on. That's as well as it lines up. And then, of course, the other one would have to go over here. Why aren't they just automatically the same orientation as the last one I put down? Yeah, that doesn't really say pathway to me, but it could be used to make like a sitting area. Like if I put some chairs out, maybe put like the big pergola over them. I could use it to make a space. I think if I'm gonna... Nope, nope. Excuse me. I think if I'm going to do that, what I may end up doing... No. Wait. So which one was the other one? Wait, hang on. I'm missing something here. Oh. That's the stone floor. That's the paver. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So I was originally trying to do my pathway with a stone floor. Honestly, I kind of like it. And they'd be fairly uniform. The only thing is that the grass grows in them. And I don't know if it goes away if I... Wait. What's in the way? What's in the way? I can't see anything. What's in the way? Nothing, apparently. That was weird. This is bizarre. Okay, so there's nothing in the way. But it doesn't want to let me put it in a just that one orientation? Really? Oh no. That one it won't let me do. This one it won't let me do. But this one it will? What is happening? I don't know what's going on with that. Cool. This is gonna bother me intensely. 'Cause it's not... Oh, now it's not gonna let me do it. Oh, wild. Okay. What if I put a different one there? Okay, that one's not filled. What? The other one was filled with grass, and that one's not. I'm so confused. Now, of course, I would have to, like, put something out, and it looks like it'll hold, like, another one, and then have a little extra space. And that would bother me. So I'd have to, like, move the house. I have to move the entire house because the pavers don't go correctly. I don't know. What about the other paver? That's the question. Oops, nope. I don't want to put the soup out. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go with this one. Oops, come here you. No. And so this one would just be, like, maybe two next to each other would be the way. It wouldn't really be wide enough for a character to, like, sprint across. And that's the whole thing, is like, oh, this is the lead up to my house, so of course people sprint along it, but I don't know if that works. I really like the builder stone floor. If I'm being perfectly honest, that's the one that I like the most so far. This one doesn't really... If it was bigger, maybe? Oh. Wait, you can't fit there? Okay, that's not gonna work for my brain at all. Maybe a little bit over. Yeah, it's not gonna work for me. Okay, so the builders is still winning so far. And it's almost nightfall, so it's almost time to go. So let's... Here we go. I don't really think any of this works. Because it's not really alpha or reversed alpha, so I wish I could kind of like do it by type. That would be neat if my housing area wasn't stone. Like if it was more like rustic and wooden, maybe. But not for this. And then I think for the lead up to the gazebo, I could use the stone. Like I could put the stone out as like a footpath. Because what I'll probably do with this one is like this, where it's more like a zigzag path along. Like that. Maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna find a way to make that look how it doesn't move. Apparently I really wanted the log fence. I don't know why, but I really wanted it. Go back where you're supposed to be. That's fine. That's fine. Oh. Oh, no, I messed it up. Wow. I tried to put it back and I ended up putting it on... Oh. Nope. Okay, let's try this again. Boop. Boop. Alright. When I went to put it back, I put it one little section over, which was not right. That was not right at all. Okay. So I want to do the lead up to the house. To do that, I'm going to need the paver things, which I'll worry about in just a second. I want to see if I can put a rug in the gazebo floor real quick. I think I can, but I'm not 100%. Oh, it says not a valid placement. Something is in the way. Something is in the way. Okay. So I think I can only put it here. Oh no, let's me put it here. Of course I can't put it on top of anything. Okay, what if I moved this on top of it? Okay, that apparently I can do. So I can put it in the center as like a decorative thing, but it's not big is the only problem. And what I wanted was something very large. I think we decided to do this one and not this one. So let's take that. And then I was gonna add like seating and stuff. I want to add like a different flooring that's like a big rug. And as for the gazebo, we found out that this size, if I could get to it, this small one fits inside, but the medium one is the exact size of just the outside of it. So I think what we may do is make another small one and another medium one, and unfortunately the large one has to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it real quick. So I may either make another small one and just have them sit inside, or I may make the medium ones because they keep this pathway a little more open, which is what I'm looking for. And then of course, between these two lights, I prefer this bulbous one, so we've been making some more bulbous ones as part of our lead up to this, and then I guess we could use these for the lead up to the house, or we could use nothing. It doesn't matter too much. I'm debating on making a second one of these fountains, and having like 2 fountains as part of the lead up to the house. Now originally I wanted to do like a winding pathway and then have it be like lined by trees, but honestly I don't think that's going to work so well for this that we have going. What I may do is I may move the house a little bit closer so that we have more space. Come on. So that we have more space behind the house. So right now we don't have a whole lot of space behind the house we can work with because the edge of our land is right here. So what I may do is I may move the house just a little bit closer. In fact, I may move all of this. I may go ahead and finally chop our sign down. Not that I want to, but we'll see. I'm going to be changing out the light post. I do want some sort of light source kind of going, but we'll see. Now, if I keep this in the middle, I actually need to move the house over. as well as moving it forward. So just some stuff to kind of keep an eye on. And now it is finally time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off this other stuff that we're not going to need. Bloop, 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 and bloop, and bloop. We're going to need another builder stone floor, but I think I need to make more, which means I'm going to need more stone anyway. So let's go catch some glowing bugs and hopefully find some stone. And hopefully find some plushies. That's the real hope, honestly. Whew. I talked so much I yawned. I hate when that happens. I've been very tired today. I don't know why. I had plenty of caffeine. I've been very, very tired, which is making my brain go kind of all over the place. Oh, we never repaired our bug catcher thing. Oops. Oh well. What I'll probably do is post up somewhere and just catch some bugs. I'm hoping that somebody will set off like a honey lure or something, since I forgot mine, and we'll be able to catch bugs like that. Now, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced that it is the green ones. I think it may actually be the blue ones that spawn a plushie, but just in case, I am going to keep catching the paper lantern bugs. And honestly, why not just catch everything we come across? Because that'll help the grand total of 25 million better. Oh, I missed. Aha! I didn't miss the second time. And, oh, I was gonna say, and he's a star quality. He was not. Wow, all of these deer. Rude as heck. I'm just kind of shooting now because they're all in my way. Oh, I think somebody else was shooting too. Hey, what's up? Maybe that's why they were all in my way. Hooray!
Hey.
Then we waved at her. Hooray! A fellow Sernuk hunter. I almost called him deer again. Woohoo! But that's not what we're here for. Hey man, I got the deer. Okay, congratulations. It's over here. Over where? I hope they weren't talking to me, because it's not what I'm here for. I may have been shooting some deer on occasion. Oh. Maybe they were talking about the disco deer. That would make sense. Alright. Do we have any indication of where, oh where, these bugs may be? Also, it's very bright for this late at night. Hello. Hooray! We got a flower seed out of that one. And it was high quality. So if I remember correctly, the lunar fairy moths, like the one we just caught, are in fact some of the ones that drop plushies. But they think they're a little more rare, so a little bit harder to catch. I'm hoping that we're not too much at a disadvantage and we're able to find a lot of the glowing bugs and really hopefully some of the blue ones, because I think those are actually the ones we need. But I'm not going to hold my breath, because at this point, a bug is a bug is a bug. I'm also not really here for like the flow trees or Polyum, so we're gonna not necessarily avoid those things, but we're not gonna be like chasing them down every time somebody calls one out. And because we are in fact hunting down things that will spawn out of forageables, we do have to collect forageables as we go. And what better way than to collect the flowers that we need to make more smoke bombs? Or at least that's my thinking on it. I think that's a night moth. I don't think that's a fairy moth. Oh. Hard to catch moth is what he is. Can't please be caught? There we go. Nope, just a regular Kilima night moth. The only difference was that it was high quality. So it decided that was enough to keep it from being caught the first 3 times. I don't think any of these are on the approved bug list, but that's okay. They'll still make us money, and that's the other thing, is that we can always sell all the bugs, so they'll always make us money. It may not be a lot of money, but it is still money. Forageables, nothing there. Now there's a good chance that a lot of these forageables will have already been picked, which means that they may not have bugs in them anymore. Because what I've noticed is that if there's a bug in them, they usually only spawn for the first time that it's picked. So, alright, night moth. Oh, it's a grasshopper. I think I got it. Oh, it disappeared. Apparently I did not got it. My bad. Excellent. Alright. More flowers. I don't really need, like, grasshoppers and things, but I might as well catch them. These guys all look important. High quality. Just throw things at all of them. Oh, hello? Hello? Apparently I got really bad at throwing smoke bombs for a second there. You must be a fairy moth. There we go. It was, in fact. Nice. I'm not sure why it became so hard to catch, but it decided absolutely not. I'm not going anywhere with you. Forget you. We just had to keep throwing stuff at it till it joined us. That's not a good lesson to learn. That seems like the kind of lesson you use to, like, reinforce Pokemon standards. Wow. I mean, I think the Night Moth would make a cute plushie. If they could make one out of a different moth, they can certainly make them out of him. Alright, the magic flea bag there. We're gonna startle him and he's gonna run away. Mostly because he's in the way. I mean, honestly, if he wasn't in the way, I would have avoided him and just let people know, like, he was here, but he's in the way. I'm after bugs. Everybody's after bugs. Alright! Catch bugs. Our weekly is complete. Perfect. Still none of the ones we need, though. That's okay. We've got several more hours until it's daytime again, so we've got a ways to go. Perfect. Another one-hit wonder. Even though we don't need the night moths, it is still good to catch them. Mostly because, one, they drop flower seeds, and two, they count towards just the overall total, which is the other goal. So, if collectively the world has gotten to 20 million out of 25, well, least I can do is catch another 500, you know what I mean? Oops. I passed up a bug. Nice, both of them. And a third. There we go. Yeah, I definitely think I needed to bring my, like, honey lures and stuff with me. So, oops. And should I have brought the buzzy jars? Maybe, maybe not. Because I don't know if the buzzy jars register any of the stuff that drops plushies. Because if I remember correctly, the ladybugs don't pop until you dig or like forage for stuff. So they may not have shown up on the buzzy jar until. Oh, 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 oh. It was a high quality bright shroom. I couldn't lose it. Sorry. Got distracted. So the ladybugs wouldn't show up until we actually like picked something and the ladybug spawned from it. Whereas the other ones probably wouldn't show up unless we were close enough to them. So, and I don't think everything on the plushie list is actually a rare bug. So, that's okay. We can always go out at night again and bring our honey lure with us so that it spawns a lot of like the glow bugs and things like that. Because that's really what I'm after, is like the glow bugs and stuff. Like I said, I think it is the... Oh, I thought he was blue, but he was green. I was gonna say, I think it's the blue ones that I need. But I got distracted because I thought he was blue. He was green. He wasn't the one. Shame. Wow. Nice. And I don't think the crabs spawn any plushies, unfortunately. That's the other thing, is I was really hoping for some crab plushies, but I don't think there's any dice with that. Alright, back to paper lantern bugs. Mostly because the paper lantern bugs spawn in the same place that the glow bugs spawn, so I am throwing things at every bug. I don't care. All bugs are created catchable. I was gonna say equal. Equal's not accurate, but catchable. They are all catchable, that's for sure. Ah! Did we both lose this bug? We both caught this bug. You look like Raven from Teen Titans. Nice. I don't know if people are hunting specifically in an area, so I'd hate to, like, invade where they're hunting. Because that feels like I might kill steal. I know if you're within a certain distance, everybody's stuff counts for each other. But I don't know... Oh. It says somebody came to my house. Who would be at my house at 1 o'clock in the morning? Okay, maybe Subira? Maybe she comes to meet me in the dead of night? Okay. I mean, I'm always down to go meet somebody at my house in the dead of night. I mean, that's fine. Plus, we can pick up our buzzy, or not our buzzy, our honey lures while we're there. Actually, we don't have enough hours left for honey lures. But if this person only comes to our house in the middle of the night, we also don't have enough hours to avoid going to meet them, so... Mysterious people at our house comes first. Should I have teleported home? Probably. Do I regret it? No. It's fine. You'll be home soon. Oh, took me back to the start of my house. Hello, Subira. I was right.
Are doing well.
I have not been able to stop thinking about our conversation since it ended. I am afraid if I do not get these feelings under control, the mission will suffer. And yet, I feel that the only way to do so was to come see you. Oh, felt the only way to do so. Oh my. What kind of feelings? I should not name them. To do so may give them even more power over me. But I missed you, and I worried that the way things ended, you might keep your distance from now on. That is something that I would very much like to avoid. I can't stay away from you, Subira. You want me close? I'm getting mixed messages. I'm confused. You like me or not? I'm getting mixed messages. You are right. If I cannot speak plainly, then I should not be wasting your time. I like you, Cece, despite all the rules clearly telling me that I should not. Well, I have said it, and yet speaking it aloud does not change the rules I am beholden to. No matter how we might feel, it cannot go any further than this. Best we cut it off at the pass. So, no more flirting? Is this what you want? Is this what you want? No. No, it is not. I suppose we have not done anything expressly forbidden yet. There is nothing in the rules about friendly banter. As long as we both understand what that means. Sure, friends. Am I allowed to think my friends are hot? Yes. Yes, you are. Am I allowed to think my friends are hot? Well, I do not have any control over what you think about your friends, Cece. And now then, I should return to my investigation. I am glad we spoke. I feel much more focused now that we have cleared the air. I will see you soon, Cece. I hope the two of us can become closer.
You have my word.
Ooh. We gonna get her in trouble. Let's see. Bugs, 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 bugs. Bugs. Nice. Okay, we found a lot of bugs. Not as many as I wanted to, but honestly, it's alright. We're just gonna drop all this stuff off right here. Bloop. Perfect. I also didn't grab any stone. Oops. Let's see if the... Where's the... Witcha Hoobers? Oops. Never grabbed it. It's the... Not the stone. I think it's the floor. Is it the builder's stone floor? Yes. Okay. Cool. I have enough stuff to make a couple more. And I think the lead up to our house just needed one more. So now we have 11 of them. Alright. Let's grab... Ooh. Ooh, that goes really close. Nice. Someone have an acorn? Yeah, I think I do. We've given her an acorn. Hooray! And I've given you 2 bricks. How mean would it have been if they had been like, does someone have an acorn? And then we said yes, and then we zoned. You're welcome, both of you. Because, like, people help me all the time, so... Like, one of my favorite things to do in the game is to help other players, especially when they just need a couple more things to finish what they're doing. Oh, it's so close. It's literally 1 square off. That's okay. We'll pretend we do not see it. Now, it is too wide to do 2 next to each other, but that would be the most ideal. And the other thing is, if we are going to keep this here, we're gonna have to move some stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think we can move the mailbox or this, because they have to be there. But I guess I could extend the fence, so the fence comes in a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. I did want to replace the fence, so I may go ahead and replace the fence. But I also may have the house a little closer, because it looks a little bit far. I know we just made another of the builder stones, but I may move the house a little closer. So, what would it take to do that? Because I think I have to move, like, everything to do that. Oh no, I just did with the house. Cool. So I would just have to decide where I want it. Maybe here? I also want to move, like, the fence line and stuff. And I gotta move the flowers that are already next to the house. I'm thinking here, so... I have 11 out. That would be 10, 9, maybe leave 8 of them out? We'll see. And I can have 15 rooms. That's good to know. I'm just gonna move this little bundle of bush here. And I'm gonna grab the other one. Nope. And move her right here. Alright, 11, 10, 9, I think we said 8 was our goal. So let's, oh, we need to move that stuff too. Forgot it was there. Ugh. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I forgot I had this. Forgot I had all that in the way. That's okay. I think that's everything that's in the way. Oops. H. Okay, so I can move it here. And let's see how that looks. That might be too close. I think 8 is too close. Why don't we move it back a little bit? Move myself back here. Maybe. Oh. Okay. I'll never get over why it decided that that was the best way. Okay, to put it there would mean the house goes here. So, oh, it's off. I need to move the house over a little bit. Okay, that's at 9. Maybe I should have left it at 11. Okay, I need to move the house over. Let's move it back a little bit. Oops, I don't think I moved it back enough for another... Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. Just move this bad boy out the way. Alright, let's set it to 10. 10. Okay, so that's... come on. Stop doing that to me. There we go. So that's 10. We originally started at 11, so... I think that's the middle. Ooh, okay, hang on. Oh, I could zoom in. I'm goofy. I am very, very smart. I didn't realize I could zoom in so that I could see what I was doing better. That would have been super helpful when at first I was doing this. I think it's here. That looks about right. Hey! Okay, so that's only 1 square closer than what we started with, but I think I like it better. Let's move these back so that I can get a real good, accurate representation real quick. I'm not going to leave them there, I don't think, but I do want to put them back just so I have something. I did think about maybe trying to do grass all along the bottom, so like getting enough bushes to line the entire bottom of the house. But I don't think I'm gonna do that yet. Okay. Now what I could do is I could do an entire second row and then put the house in the middle of those two. But that almost feels too big. Let's see how that would look real quick. Oh, forgot I put the bushes back. Going around the fountain for a while. Going around the fountain. Now, of course, if I put 2 fountains out, that's also gonna decide whether I need 2 pathways. Let's grab this one. Oh, I may not be able to put it down yet because the house is in the way. Let's move the house back a little bit. Put that there. And it's basically just to see like what it would look like if I had like a double instead of a single. So trying to double it up a little bit. And then of course I'll have to actually make the missing pieces. So we'll see in just a sec. Actually, I kind of like that. It makes my house look more grand that way. Oh, the trellises are there. I forgot. So that's as far over as the house can go because of the trellises. Let's go grab those. It's almost in place is the thing. So, hello trellises. You are looking very in the way. I also don't know how to fill those with flowers. Alright. Now, to put it in the middle. Oh, I can put it on both. Okay. I was thinking I was going to have to keep it at the very tip. But no. The builder stone floor actually goes up underneath a little bit. I like that. I do kind of like that, actually. Actually, I think I really kind of like that. Okay. So now I just gotta make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more? I definitely don't have enough stone bricks for it, but that's okay. I have enough for 7. Hooray! Common furniture. Just get those going. Wow. Apparently I finished that already. Cool. Boop, 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 boop. Keeping my little picnic table stuff. Or not picnic table, but like little picnic stuff. 4. And yeah. Enough of the spinny routine. Just let me place them, please. I don't think it should matter which way they're facing, but the game obviously thinks it doesn't matter, so. I need 2 more! I was correct in assuming I needed 9. Oh. I mean, I don't hate it. But I feel like it would get to be too much. Oh, they're not even in the right place. No wonder it looks a little funky. To put them in the same spot, I'd have to put it there. So then I'd have to put 2 more here. I mean, that could work. I don't know how many gardenia seeds I have is the thing. So, let's see what we got going on over here. Lots of stuff I need to water. That's what we got going on. Fantastic. I forgot. So I don't know how fast flowers grow. I'm assuming that they grow overnight just like everything else, but I don't actually know that. I haven't really paid much attention to my flowers, so I don't know like if the day you plant them, like they're gonna be bloomed the next day, or if they take like a couple days to bloom. I legitimately have no idea. Because I've always just planted them and then forgot about them completely. I am gonna need more water to continue my watering spree, though. Aha! There were flowers in here. I was gonna say bugs. There's no bugs here. That would be cute, though. Like, if we got the plushies and we put them, like, in the garden, that would be really cute. I probably wouldn't, because that would defeat the purpose of having a whole plushie room. But, you know, it could be cute. It's not like we can display them regularly, so. Polia does seem to be the answer to, like, Animal Crossing had the ability to make, like, models. So, sorry, that really threw me off for a second. You could turn in a certain number of a certain type of bug, and you could get a model in the most recent game. And this seems to be like the equivalent of that. Okay, I'm gonna move these mostly because I want to see them kind of more where they would be. Because now that the house is a little... It's actually not much over. I was gonna say, now it's a little closer. It doesn't look that much closer, if I'm honest. But I don't like the idea of it being any closer. I think if it was one closer, I wouldn't like the look of it. Because the front is too big, that my only recourse is to just go ahead and let it be. You know? Oh, right. I need 2 per thing. I thought it was 1 per thing, but it's 2, so... Not only do we have to wait another minute to finish our project, but we're gonna need to go out and collect some stone just to have, if we're gonna make anything else out of stone. So while that's brewing, if I decide to go ahead and keep this room, that might prove to be a challenge, but for now, I'm actually going to try to get rid of it. Nope. Trying to grab you. Remove. Nope. Maybe if I right click. No. Select backpack. Place. It's not what I was trying to do at all. Now I gotta go find that item and put it away. So if I right click, it just goes back where it was. So how do I remove it? Control? H. No. H. Okay. Escape. Do I put it back in the inventory? Invalid socket. Okay. How do I put it away? Like, change slots? No. How do I put it away? Can I not put it away? That's actually gonna be really upsetting. Okay. I may have to Google this, because I don't actually know how to put rooms away. Palia, remove rooms. Okay. Somebody said that to remove something that you have, you press the delete key, and it goes back in your inventory. Okay, that didn't work. Backspace? No. Enter. No. Maybe that only works on items. Okay, that's for on Switch. I don't need that on Switch. I need to know how to remove a room. Did not work. Right click also did not work. Try to start the game. No. Move buildings. No. How? I'm so confused. I can't figure out how to remove this thing because everybody's saying to press the delete key, but it's not working. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Let's see. So on the Switch, you press the L stick, move the cursor to the thing you want to store, and press Y. So back to the game. Okay, so it was sitting here. So just hover over it and press delete. Press right click. No, because that's going to pick up everything, and I don't want to pick up everything. So click on it, right click, no. I mean, yeah, load this plot, I guess. Any of these unnamed plots, honestly. Where's my harvest house? Sure. Nope. Gotta have a harvest house. I don't have one of those. Blueprints. House. No. Okay. This is not working. I don't know if it's something that you used to be able to do and can't do now, or if it's something that you were never able to do and I'm just silly. Because I think we've fully decided that the medium room is the one we're keeping, which is the same size as our bedroom. But I didn't want to have this second room there. So I don't know what to do. So the only thing I could think is to build another harvest house and go stick it on that. And that sounds like a lot more work than just leaving it. So what I might do is I might rearrange our kitchen and then just have another room coming off the kitchen, maybe? But not really what I wanted. Currently, we just have a one-bedroom house. And I don't know that I want a one-bedroom house. I think I want a two-bedroom house. But currently, we've only got a one-bedroom house. So I don't know what to do. I want to rearrange all of this front yard stuff because, of course, I don't really want our workshop to be out in the front yard. So what I'll probably do is move a bunch of things. I wish I could just pick up the trees and move them. That would be nice. But they don't let you just instant build trees anymore, so I don't want to risk that yet. I may move our gazebo to this other side, which is more of a wooded area, and kind of have it be over here, and then have a pathway that leads from the backyard, which would be back here, more into it. So what I may do is I may build like a porch or something back here to kind of go down into the yard. Of course, we're going to move all of our bugs and all of our fish. And I'm going to move all of this furniture, which is kind of hanging out in the yard. So I may put the small room over here, and I may make it like a little bedroom or something. We'll see. We'll see. And then as for our picnic stuff, I'm going to actually put it over here by the pond. Let's put that there. And of course, the frog guy here is our buddy, so he gets to stay. We had this little chair out, and then we had a little fire pit, and we had the stack of logs. There it is. I'll just put that here next to the tree, I guess. That should work. And then number 2 was our fruit bowl, and put a fruit bowl as part of the decor here. Now what I may do is I may make some dishes to put on there and kind of decorate it a little better. Have this be like a whole picnic spot after you go fishing kind of thing. We'll see. I think it would be cool if I could put something in here. I don't think I can though. Oh, I can. Oh, I can hide something in there. Well, that would be a fun Easter egg. Okay. We gotta find something to hide in there. Obviously not the frog plushie because he's gonna go in our house. And then this little guy, big guy, is gonna sit outside and look through the window all sad. So he's gonna sit outside and be sad. I am going to replace these with like bay windows, I think, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We'll see. Wait. That doesn't seem like the right spot. Hold on. Wait, did the... Oh, because I put it back. I was gonna put him right there. I forgot. Okay, small room, back over here you go. And then my Frogbert has to go up against the house. It's trying to put him in the house, which I think is very funny. We're gonna put him there, and then we're gonna go move him. And basically, he's gonna sit outside, sad that he can't come in and join the others. It's gonna be one of the fun Easter eggs of our house. So, I don't think you can see his eyeball, though. I think if we built the bay window, we could probably do it. But, alright, I need this window. Double window, maybe? Let's put double windows for now, and then I'm gonna buy some bay windows if I don't already have some. And then I think we decided that the porch was gonna go here, maybe. I gotta rearrange the kitchen before I do too much. I don't need a hallway. Ah, bay windows, perfect. Bay window. Oh, I need more. Oh. Interesting. I thought I had more. Apparently I never did. So, I need to go buy some bay windows. And then build them, of course. So I will need glass panes and I will need sapwood planks. Got a lot of things to do. Did I ever get more sapwood? Not a lot, but also not zero. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot of stuff. A boon from the Kitsune. Choppa meat. That doesn't help me. I mean, it does, but it also doesn't. The other thing I'm gonna need to do is move these, which I'm loath to do because I know where they are. I can easily get to them when we start the game. But I'm trying to decorate my house. So, this was... Oh, gross. This was more of an open area, and I don't remember why. Probably because that one's open. I do want to fix that. Oh, I can't fix it from in here. Like this, maybe? How do I fix that? I don't remember. There's a way to change the doorways, and I don't remember what it is. It's probably with house, honestly. Nope, that changes those. How do I change? Oop. Oh, with that. Single doorway. There we go. And then I can put my banner back up. But I will have to move some stuff around in my kitchen to be able to do anything with this. So what I might do is I might actually move it to that wall as our backyard kind of thing. But, I was also debating moving my dining room into another room. So what I might do is open this back up, open concept style, and make this like the dining room. Although I think I'd want a bigger room for that. I'm not sure. It would make more sense if the bedrooms all came off the, this. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to do that. There's also not a good way to build hallways out. So, for instance, I couldn't put a hallway off of this hallway. Hallways only have two ends. So if I did that, I wouldn't be able to build, like, say, a hallway that goes here, to put another bedroom here, to put it here. But I could still rearrange everything if I wanted. No, I'm trying to grab the hallway, please. There we go. So I could, if I wanted to, put a room there in between, and then have that room lead to the different bedrooms. Of course, this bedroom leads directly to this bathroom, so what I'd probably do is put another bedroom here. I know I'm pointing and you can't actually see. So I would basically move this section. Okay, let me get rid of the fence so that I can actually do some work and y'all can see what I'm talking about. Alright, grab all of this whole section right here because it's in the way. Go. Plus, we're moving the gazebo, so none of that's gonna stay. Hopefully the ancient rock garden's not in the way of what I'm talking about. This might be more complicated than I thought. No. Okay. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to move this. How though? We've already discovered that I don't know how to pick rooms up. So Frogbert's gotta move. Frogbert, there's nothing. What's in the way? Hold on. Oh, it's me! I was trying to put Frogbert on my head. Okay, we're gonna put the small room back where it was originally. I'm gonna have to clear out this entire section to move my house. Because I can't just like pick this up and replace the hallway with it, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I cannot. Let's actually grab... Let's grab this hallway section, maybe? Nope, it's too big. Cannot wear Frogbert. I mean, I want to wear Frogbert. He's cool and he's a swanky outfit. What's in the way there? Is it just the bush? Is it just the bush? Because if it's just the bush, I can fix that. I'm trying to rearrange my whole house, Anna. I've got a pathway. I'm gonna build all kinds of things. Are you in my way? Disappear. You noticed? I know, it's so exciting. I'm excited for it. I really like this kind of stuff, but I'm not really sure how to put stuff away. So like I can't put away this small room, so it's causing problems for me. Okay, I'm going to grab the hallway section. I'm gonna put that on that side. Oh no, my custom sketch! Wait. Where was the custom sketch? I thought it was in this room. I'm very confused. Okay, so then... How do I move everything? I kind of have to move the things piece by piece, is the problem. Because I have to get everything off of that hallway section to be able to replace it, to be able to put more stuff on the hallway section. So, oops. We're gonna have to kind of clear out this whole section to be able to move the house around. I'll have to replant all the trees, which is okay because we need the sapwood. I'm sorry, tree. I wish I could just move the trees. I know I said that already, but I really wish that once the trees were fully grown, you could just move them, because it would be so much easier. Alright, we also, I think, decided we needed to pick up some more of the fence. Perfect. Alright. So, medium room. Oh, it won't fit because of the tree. That won't fit because reasons? Probably because of this in the back. But it'll fit here. Oh, man. All my stuff. Okay. So I need to move the small room where the hallway section is, which means I need to put the hallway section somewhere. I don't know where to put it. Okay. Where? Oh, it can go there! Haha! Oh, my stuff. Wait. Wait. Hold on. Did it move my entire collection? I'm lost in my own house. It did. It took everything off this wall. Okay, not to worry. I can still fix it standing in my house. My house looks like a jumbled mess right now. Okay. So I need this small room. And then we decided that the hallway section... Nope, stop it. This hallway section, in between these two rooms, was going to go here. And then this hallway section was going to go here, as before. And this room was going to go here, as before. And then we decided we were going to put a hallway section coming off this small room here. I think we decided that. And then we decided we were going to put another room here that also connected to this room here. So let's see if we can actually fit a room. I think it has to be this one. This one? I don't actually know if this will work because it's not going in the middle there. So we may have to get rid of something. But we'll see. I'll need to build that hallway before I can do anything else. Oops. Okay. Not a gatherable actor, I guess. I don't remember it being that open. I think we were gonna make it into a hallway, or a room of hallways, so... Or at least 2 hallways. So I don't know about that. H... Small room. No. Harvest house. This one. Small doorway. There we go. Sure. Still feels like something about this is incorrect, but I don't know. Okay. Now I gotta figure out what all it took off my walls. See, this whole room stayed intact, mostly. Well, most of this whole room stayed intact. Except for literally this photo that was on the wall. Excuse me. That was the only thing that moved. And then we decided that we were going to put all the plushes in this back room here. As soon as I build my bay windows. And that I do need to buy some bay windows. I do need to harvest some wood. I do need to do all kinds of things. Don't ask me, my character is 1 room tiny home. Basically, I just wanted a house that had 2 bedrooms instead of 1 bedroom. That's just the goal. But I wanted it to be where the bedrooms were able to both reach the bathroom. And I think that's going to be too much of an ask. I don't think the game is equipped to do like a little square like that. So what I may have to do is I may have to rethink everything I just did. The other problem is that you can't remove a room unless you put it on a different house. So that's a problem. But it's okay, because, I mean, we're learning, we're designing, we're having a good time, and, you know, in the evenings, like now, we might go catch some bugs. But my main focus really is house decoration today, because I haven't really got to do a lot of that, and it's something I really like doing in games like this, so I'm gonna do it. Alright. To finish that 1 room, I need 2. I'm just gonna buy several of them, honestly. Now I've bought 10 of them. That's fine. I need glass, specifically for the pane windows. Instead of trying to gather a bunch of stone to be able to craft it, I'm just gonna start buying stuff. I mean, it's 10 gold. It's 10 gold. If I spend 1,000, then I have 100. That's not a bad deal, honestly. So there's 50. I know. I shouldn't be buying... Oops. Yeah, we'll keep it. And sapwood planks were only 4. I mean... So we did manage to get ourselves a decent amount of cash. It's not a great amount of cash considering you need like 30 for one room of like these. So I just wanted to kind of beef up our stocks a little bit because we completely ran ourselves out of stuff. And of course the glass panes are all 50. We're gonna need quite a few glass panes to be able to do windows, so I'm gonna buy a couple stacks. So about 30, or about 60. Let's go for 90. And so I don't have extra rooms. I'm constantly broken this game. So the way that I actually started making money was by growing tomatoes and turning them into, well, there's actually 2 ways. So I grew a bunch of tomatoes and I turned them all into preserves, but I had to make sure they were high quality. So I went until I got... Sorry, my nose is like really, really itchy all of a sudden. I'm gonna like get off camera and like itch my nose. I know, I'm just leaning forward rather than actually being off camera. But it's fine now. Y'all probably didn't hear about me leaning forward. Anywho. So, the issue is that I had to plant a bunch of tomatoes, getting them up until they were high quality, starting a glowworm farm, or several, so that I could be constantly making glowworms and harvest stuff. Ads, hang on, no worries. I will demonstrate. So the ad space will soon be over, hopefully. Hopefully. Water. I think you're probably back right about now. Ish. I don't know. So one of the first things I did was I got a glowworm farm, and I pick the mountain morels as I come across them, and I buy them when I don't have enough. So I try to put a 30 stack in each one, and okay, good. I currently have 4 of them, and I put a 30 stack in each one whenever I play. No idea what you were saying. That's okay. So I get my glowworms, like I said. I get the mountain morels, and I can do this by picking them or buying them, depending on which one's easier for you. They're pretty inexpensive, so usually like I'll buy like 10 or so, start with that. They give you glowworms, which you can sell, and they also give you the harvest boost fertilizer, which I actually ended up making so much of that I have 1,000. Now the harvest boost fertilizer, I'm probably using it wrong, because what it is it's increasing the number of crops gained on harvest. So what I do is from the very moment that I put those tomatoes in my garden plot, I put fertilizer on them. And then the next cycle, when after I water them, I put more fertilizer. And after the next cycle, I put more fertilizer. And you can't make the glowworm farm, you can't afford all the recipes. Gotcha. Okay. So I would recommend that you start with your tomatoes. You make the tomatoes as much as you can. You just make tomatoes, make tomatoes, make tomatoes. You go ahead and you craft the preserves. Now, while they're working, you go and you hunt deer. So like deer, you can mine a bunch of things to try to get like stones and gemstones. You can hunt the chappas, things like that. Can't craft those yet either. Oh. I didn't know you were so early in the game. Okay. At the very beginning of playing this game, what I focused on first was hunting. So I ran around hunting as many deer and chappa and now Muujin as I could find, specifically in Bahari, because in Bahari, they're actually going to drop the antlers and things a lot more frequently than they drop them in the original. But if you just want to stick in Kilima, that's okay. When you come out of your housing plot, there's an area that leads to Bahari, and that little section... You're a baby? Okay, it's fine. There is a section that leads to Bahari, and it's like a whole strip that goes all the way down to the bottom of the map. That is the preferred area for hunting Cyrenux, slash deer, slash whatever you want to call them. And I basically went until I had just so many antlers and meat and things like that. So I started with those, and of course I mined every single thing that I came across because they added things like garnets and all other kinds of gemstones to the game. So now you can sell these for some additional cash. You can sell the meat, you can sell the fur, you can sell the hides, anything you can get, you can sell. The other thing that I did is that I would collect copper and gold and silver depending on where I was. So if I was in Kilima, it was copper and silver, and if I was in Bahari, it was iron and gold. And I just made so many. So if an ore, a single ore, sells for 8, and 5 of those get you a bar, so 8 times 5, that's going to give you 45 if you sell just the ore. But if you turn them into a bar, now you get 65. Started playing with the closed beta, you quit not long after that, you play once in a while. Fair enough. Highly recommend using the collection trick, basically, where you basically sit there and craft just as many like iron bars, copper bars, whatever, so that you can get more money out of it. If you run along the water, you get clay, and it takes 2 clay to make a ceramic. Each ceramic sells for 6 gold. So even that's a good place to start. Of course, with copper, it's 4, but it sells for 31, so 20 versus 31. You get the idea. It does take quite a long time, this method. Probably the same amount of time and effort as it would... It actually takes more time and more effort to do the farming technique. But honestly, yeah, so grindy. Honestly, the easiest way is just to go ahead and plant things like tomatoes and potatoes and just go from there. So if you have tomatoes and potatoes planted, even if they're not high quality, as long as you are able to buy more seeds, you can keep planting. So if you have a 9x9, then you have 81 spots. Tomatoes are one of those that you get multiple harvests out of. Now, if you can make seed makers, then cool, you save yourself some money. You just need 3 tomato seed plants to make 2 seeds. So if you are making 81, technically you're making 82, so you need 41 times 3 to be able to make all the seeds that you need. So like if I were to drop my 79 in, I'm gonna end up with like 20 or so seeds. Not as much as I would want, but I would still make a lot of seeds. Or you can just buy the seeds. Either way, whichever way works for you. So what I did when I first started is I just started with just selling. What I would do is I would attempt to make high quality seeds. So I took my regular quality seeds and I kept planting them until I got high quality, and I would keep the high quality, turn those into seeds, sell all the regular quality. And I would keep going with a new round of seeds and everything until I was able to make all high quality seeds. So then I had my 81 high quality. You need to call the beloved? That's a-okay. Once I got to that point, then I would make it, or I would keep as many as it would take to make a new round of seeds, all 81, sell the rest, and then just keep going until I was able to get the preserves. So then I would put them as preserves, make more money that way, yada, yada, yada. So it's just kind of one of those accumulating processes that take a while. And that's the only part that gets really grindy for me, is that I do have to sit there and decide, okay, how much of this do I need to make to be able to do that? And so on and so forth. So how do I have 108 of those? Oh yeah, I bought some. Duh. I'm so goofy. I'm so goofy, but it's okay. You fit. Why are you acting like you don't fit? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Why? Haha! Tricked you. Something is in the way. There's nothing in the way. Now I'm in the way. Wow. Aha! Tricked you again. Oh yeah, that's nice. I do want to put little lamps on either side. I haven't decided if I want to put a second fountain. I think I do. I think I want to put 2 fountains on either side, and I want to put lamps lighting the way. I don't know which lamps yet. I was debating using lamps like this as like little bottle lamps, but I feel like that wouldn't be fancy enough. Also, the fact that there's another room here is definitely throwing me off. So what I might do is I might switch it back to be a hallway, like swap the 2 rooms, but then I have a room before my room. I don't love that. I kind of wish that I could build a hallway off of a hallway. That's what I would want, is like an extra long hallway where I can build a hallway coming off of it. That would be the most useful for me. Now I will eventually get used to it, and what may have to happen is I may just have to go ahead and change it back, but it's okay. Confirm. Nice. Oh no, little Frogbird is left in the cold. I forgot about him. 15. Boop. That's gonna take 18 minutes. Nice. Alright, let's get our bay windows out. Heck yeah. Boop. A boop. Nice. And then I can put Giant Frogbird. Is it Giga Frogbird? Giant Frogbird? I don't know. It's fine. Whatever it is. I'm gonna do it. I don't know how long these take, actually. They used to take a lot longer. They only take 8 minutes now. Heck yes. It's a lot more reasonable. Oh, I don't know where I was putting him. And then we're gonna put Giant Frogbird outside, because that's where he belongs, is right outside the window. Looking sad and lonely. And then Tiny Frogbird will be inside. If I can put him on the bay window windowsill, that's where I'm going to put him. If I can't, let's find out. Can he go in here? Oh, he can. So he can be looking out at the big guy. Or looking in. We'll see. I don't know yet. You can sit in the bedroom for now. Alright. I still need to go through and pull all these plushies into this next room. Once these are done, I need to decide a wallpaper for in there. There's a lot of stuff we need to decide. And then we haven't lost anything from in here, but since I know that I want to build another hallway here, I may go ahead and move these to this wall, just to be prepared. Just not sure yet. Because if I can't build the hallway off of here and then put a room there that connects, then I guess we'll see. Oh, it's in progress. Okay, cool. So I think that means that I can kind of test the area out a little bit. Okay, so I can connect it there, but it doesn't look like it connects to this. And I think I would kind of hate having to go through the bedroom to get to the bathroom still. So I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. If I use a medium room. It still doesn't look like it connects to both, is the thing. So, because I don't think I can place it there once the hallway's built, because I don't think it'll actually connect. Which is a shame, actually. I had a whole idea, and now I think it's not working. But what I may have to do, if it lets me, is I may have to build a room here and then connect them with a hallway piece, which if that's the case, easy peasy, no problem. If I can't, what I may end up doing is moving all the furniture out of this room and replacing it with this room. So I may take this hallway section and put it on this room and then move the rooms, basically. So just stick this room here and then put this room here. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. And then once all of this is done, then I can decide on the porch and where I'm going to put it, and then where I'm finally going to put the gazebo and the pathway that leads to the gazebo, and the lights for that pathway, and all that fun stuff. So I thought about making the Kilima courtyard, but there's not really like a good spot for it. There's not really a need for it, I guess is the better way to say it. Because it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. I honestly thought it was going to be big enough to encompass the whole area. And it's just simply not. So if I put it off of something, then it just becomes like a revolving hallway. It's not really what I want for my house. Technically, I could build our house around it, and we could all have a center area where everybody goes and sits, but nah, I'm not into that. Now, I was debating on putting a dining room. Might put a medium room off the kitchen and just put the dining room there, and then make this like the pathway out, or put it here and then make this the pathway out. But we'll see. Because right now, the house is very unbalanced. So I'm thinking what I may need to do is I may need to go ahead and add another room here for the dining room. Which I can do. I mean, I can make it another large room, but I think it would be too big. And then I have to decide, do I want to put a, maybe a smaller room and then the large room? But I think that would be okay. Because I think if I put another large room, well, I mean, it could work. It wouldn't be the worst. Because what I could do is I could make, like, the kitchen and then the dining room. Or I could make the dining room and then the kitchen. And then just have the porch come off of either one. I don't know. We shall see. I need to paint this, though. I gotta figure out where that stone wallpaper ran off to. That one. I think it's that one. I always get confused on which one it is, but I think it's that one. Boop. Yeah. And then we gotta do the other side. And of course the other room once it's finished. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Bloop. 12 more minutes. Now, of course, this is a hallway section, so... Can I paint this? No. Interesting. Okay. I like having the fireplace in the living room, so I'm not getting rid of that, for sure. Like, I love this setup right here. I do feel like I need something on the other side to kind of balance it out. Could I put a second one? Absolutely. Am I going to? Maybe not. I could put this, though. Which is where our, oops, that's not the right spot. That's where our, boot was that had the plant in it. Gotta get higher. Okay. And then we had the little cactus, and we had the boot with the plant, which is still a very cute addition to the game. I love that touch very much. I think that is an excellent touch. I feel like it's changed a little since it got added to the game. But maybe not. I think I've got photos of the originals. No, stop taking photos. Dang it. No, I want to see my album. I forgot about him. Here's the original. Oh no, it still looks the same. This was our very first house. We had a chair, we had a table, we had a makeshift tent, and we had the old boot. And that was it. That's all we had. We eventually made ourselves like a bookshelf and whatnot. And then, of course, our room, when we very first got it, looked a lot less stuffy because we had less stuffies. And of course, all the eggs and things when we were running around. When I kept finding all the Christmas boxes. Now, I did those offline, was the whole reason that I was taking pictures of some of them. Because I wanted to make sure that I had proof of where I'd found them. This guy just posed for a photo, because of course he did. Our bathroom, lovely little soak in the tub. Yeah. We're soaking with someone. Ooh. Yeah, I love this plushie so much. Yeah. Us on top of Frogward. And then Nio showing up at our house. Very cool. I'm not keeping those 2 photos that I took of nothing. It's not happening. Alright, those are there. What else got stripped from my walls? I think this banner got stripped from the kitchen. Not that it really needs to be in here, but that's where it was, so that's where I'm putting it. And then these were here, I think? No, they were in here. They were on this wall. That's right, they were on this wall. Very cool. Alright, what else? And then all of this was on this wall. And it was all kind of together. Sort of. The scissors were also on this wall. I don't know where this fan was. I thought the fan was in the bathroom. Oh, maybe it was on this wall and it got broken down. I don't know. Is that all the stuff that got removed? Oh, okay, cool. I thought we had some stuff that was sent to storage. Maybe I'm mistaken. Alright, let's get some plushies moved. Yeah. For now, I'm gonna just scooch that over. I'm probably gonna move the rugs, maybe. But no guarantees. Also, I turned around and there were bay windows. Hooray! It is gonna make our bedroom look a lot less full, I think, to not have all the plushies in here. But they'll all be in the next room, so it'll make more sense. We'll just have him looking outside. Oh. I think I need to put lights out there to make him more obvious. He does look very sad that he doesn't get to join in. It may make more of an impact if I don't have the little guy facing him. If he's just part of the group. And then he's just like watching them. Amazing. Alright, let's put Tao in here. And all our Choppa friends with their little hats. Perfect. Alright. And then whatever his name is, I forgot. He's a dragon, and I forgot his name. Alright, it's a room of plushes. Now, I will get them organized a little bit better, because right now they're just kind of everywhere. This may have to go. I'm not sure yet. I need to reorganize this so that all of the furniture fits, because I want to keep this in the room, but I don't know for sure where it needs to go. These are not even at all. That's why I can't find anything. They're not even. What's in the way? Is it me? Me, Jesus? I don't know what's in the way. Is it the bed? Something's in the way. Is it the rug? Is the rug in the way? Oh, apparently the rug is in the way. Okay. So I think the other one is like here. I don't know that for certain. No, I don't think he's that low. Yeah, I think he goes up a little bit more. Sure. And then this goes like right there, basically. Those are gonna get fixed later. I'll probably end up putting them like this, so that they're actually like underneath the cat. But we'll see. Those don't look even, but they must be. Is one higher up? What's the difference here? Are they different sizes? No, they're the same size. Oh, that's weird. Neat, but weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna put it there, and that's just gonna have to be okay. Okay, cool. I don't know what happened there. I guess I don't really need the bookshelf because I don't have anything to put on it, because all the stuff I want to put on it is too big. So let's pick it up. Yeah, let's pick it up for now. That's what I was gonna say. I do want to put books on it, but I don't think there's books in the game, is the problem. So that doesn't look big enough. Maybe if I move this here. Go over here for now. That looks okay. So I can put my bookshelf back. I just don't have anything to put on it. I need to find some things to put on it, because right now it looks like nothing. And as for this, I don't know where to put it. I could hide it in here. I mean, the whole point is it just has to be on my lot somewhere. So I'll probably eventually store it elsewhere. But for now, it can go in there. And then I need to find something to do with all you guys. So obviously the chappas all have to be kind of together, because that just makes the most sense. Turn your tail, Goofy. We got a chappa. We got some other chappas. They're all just kind of hanging out, doing their little chappa thing. I'm sure there are other chappas to eventually be one, so they'll join those guys. And then we have the Palcat plush and the other Palcat plush, which can hang out. Oh, here's a chappa. Here's a chappa here. Palcat. Just kind of hang out together. I'm trying to make them like hang out all the time. I've got my Flutterfox. There's supposed to be another one. I'm gonna put Maji up here. He watches over everybody. Cow can go with him. My lovely Ormu and my lovely Sernuk plushie, my only one, will go there. Weird little mushroom guy can go by the window. Frogbert can kind of go wherever. Put the Floxes together because they're very cute and they're very new. And when we have our third one, it can go there. There. That looks a little bit less cluttered. But what I'll eventually probably do is try to add like a rug maybe a couple rugs, maybe some couches, something to make it seem like more cozy and comforting in here. Because right now it's just kind of this. But like we've definitely decorated our room a little bit better. It looks a lot less cluttered now. I could move the Pal Cats and their associated rugs into there because it's a little cozier. But I do feel like I need some kind of rug for the bedroom. So I'll have to work on that. I almost feel like there needs to be some sort of skinny rug for this hallway. I don't think such a rug exists. That's a little harder. As for this little hub room, I'm not sure what to do with it yet. Alright, let's see how about putting a room right here. Okay. So there would not be an overlap, and I think I would have to use a small room to maybe fit a hallway. But it doesn't look like a hallway would fit between them. So, my plan may not work. What I may have to do is I may just have to give up on the idea of having another entrance into the bathroom, which kind of sucks. I could move the bathroom here and just have the bedrooms come off each other, but I don't know. I don't know if I like the idea of having the bedroom, having to go through one bedroom to get to the other bedroom, you know? Just like I don't like the idea of having to go through the bedroom to get to the bathroom. So, I don't know. I guess I could swap the rooms to where you have to go through the plushy room to get to the bathroom, which is a little easier, but I don't know. Let's grab our hallway section, put it off of this hallway section. Oh, there went my custom sketch again. But then I'd also lose my bay window plan. No. Let's move back. Oh. Excuse me. Come here, hallway section. Go back to where you came from. If I put a 9x9 here, it actually doesn't bump into this room at all, from the looks of it. Like, it doesn't connect to the bathroom at all. If I put a 7x7, there's not enough space, seemingly. And if the 7x7 is unsuccessful, like if I can't put a hallway in between the two, make it like a little square, then, I mean, there's not going to be much point in having such a small room, but I won't have anywhere to put it. So, let's see. What about if I put a big ass room? I cannot connect the room if I put a big room. So it won't let me connect those rooms. Interesting. Huh. Maybe the secret is to... I can't turn the bathroom, unfortunately. I can't turn it and have it come off that way. Why does the wall get left behind? That's so weird. It's so weird. Maybe the secret is using the double hallway. And like... Well, no, because then... like that, and then maybe do like... this? And then put a room over here? No, I can't put the room there. And then if I put it here, it won't be able to connect. Okay. I got a small room. Yeah, because there's no way for the hallway to connect, and I can't just stick it there. So, let's grab this hallway section again. Nope. picking that like that. And then we're gonna put a... Ooh. I should put a smaller room, all things considered. But honestly, if I'm gonna put another room on the house, I should probably put it in a different part of the house. I just don't want to. I also can't have Frogbert peeking in if I do it, like if I swap the rooms. There's not enough spot for Frogbert to peek in. So, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to decorate this that would be the least ugly. I don't know. Like, on the one hand, I could... On the one hand, I could try to build off of the back of this. So, like, move the hallway section to the back of this. And build another bedroom. But then I would basically have to... like, put the bathroom in between two bedrooms, if that makes sense. Like, if I took away this small room here and just put this back here. Actually, no, that wouldn't work, would it? I don't know. House design is difficult. I'm not an architect. I'm not an architect by any stretch of the imagination. And building is a lot easier in games like The Sims and Animal Crossing, which comes with like preset rooms, and then you just build off those rooms, and you don't have to worry about things like this. Or fireplaces that come off the back of your house. Man, okay. I like the idea of the bathroom being off of this. I don't like the idea of having to build a second bathroom. But I will if I have to, because that could be the other thing, is it could be that I build just a little bathroom with like a little small room, or even with the hallway section. Like if I grab another hallway section and make it just literally a bathroom, I could do that, and this could be like the master bedroom. Maybe I'll do that. For now though, I think I'm going to use a small room. And if the small room bites the dust, then I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to use a... I'm not sure if I want to use a medium room or a large room for the dining room. Get to you in a second. So, I don't think I have enough stuff to fill another large room, so I'm going to use a medium room. Oh, right. I needed this to come with me. Boop. That should save it. And then we put a medium room. Perfect. And then we actually build them so that they're done pretty quickly here. Oh, I need more sapwood planks. I thought I bought enough. I didn't buy enough. I need so many more. I need 60. Are you kidding me? It's fine. I can donate things and then get more things. It's okay. Put the plank, or we'll put the stone bricks, and we'll make more planks, I guess. Hopefully I didn't miss any attempts or any times to water. I feel like I did, though. Alright, I got 65 more planks. I need so much more wood. I only have 31, which means I'm only going to make 31 more, which means I'm short by quite a few. Because see, that allows me to finish this one, so it'll be done in 30 minutes. But this one I think takes an hour, so this may be something that we see the next time we play, because I may not be able to finish our planks in time, and of course if it is in fact in an hour, then I'll probably be getting ready for bed. So, but we have a good start. I'm gonna go and get some more of the sapwood, just from trees and stuff. That way we can turn it into planks so that before we wrap up, we can actually get that building. And then I won't actually decorate it, of course, until we're back, because I don't want to decorate it without y'all. We didn't catch as many bugs this time as I was thinking I was going to catch. Probably because I got really distracted with house stuff, which, I mean, that was kind of my original goal, so sorry if you're not into house stuff. I really wanted to do it. It's making me pretty happy, especially because I am, like I said at the start of the stream, I am very tired today. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm not at my best today, you know? So, trying to perk myself back up, and I appreciate y'all sticking it out with me while I do so. And then of course tomorrow we're going to be playing some more Stardew Valley, and then Thursday of course we're going to be playing some more Endless Ocean, which I'm excited for, because I've been loving that game quite a lot. I did play some in my downtime on a second save file so that I didn't interfere with the play file at all, if that makes sense, or the stream file. So, pretty excited to play more with you all, and we can all play it together. I don't know what shenanigans we'll get up to, and I don't know what kind of giant fish we're gonna see, but I am most excited for that game. I debated moving around which days I was doing things, but I like playing Palia on Tuesdays. It just seems like a good day to play. I don't know. Tuesdays is usually their update day, so that's kind of like why, or that's kind of why I like to play it on Tuesdays, because, oh, if there's going to be a big update, it's going to be on a Tuesday. Now, sometimes we do have to push it to Wednesday, because the update takes forever, but for the most part, you know, I get to play it on update day, and I like that quite a lot. Plus, I like having a set schedule, so that I know what I'm going to play each day, and that you all know what I'm going to play on any given day. So, I'm hoping that we can kind of get into a routine where we know what we're going to play each day, and I don't just play like one day, one game for like 6 days in a row kind of thing. Because that I don't love to do. I mean, I don't hate it, but I much prefer being able to stream different things. Why is this glowing? Oh, I got an acorn. And some Sernuk meat, and nothing. Okay. I really like having those things. I think it's actually really cool. Oh, my Kenyatta poster. Forgot about her. I think that was from Jell's romance stuff. I don't remember. Alright, now I'm going to shove these in there. I'm gonna put the fence away. We are gonna eventually get rid of the fence, I think. I'm just not sure what exactly I'm gonna do with it. While those are getting themselves chopped up, let's see. I've got the bellflower couch and the chair that goes with it. I've got... I'm trying to get all my couches out, in case you're wondering why I'm suddenly doing things. The chair, the couch. No, that's a shelf. Coffee table, dining chair. I might change out my dining set. I don't know yet. I do like the current dining set, so maybe not, but... Oh, I need to put all my plates and bowls in there. That's right. Put more stuff in my kitchen. That's what I need to do. Alright. Homestead bench, small bench. I don't need the bench, don't need the pantry. I might need the pantry. I'll grab the pantry. I need the industrial couch, and the chair. I need, not the bench, I don't really need the forager's basket, or the inn collection. I thought about decorating our dining room like an inn, but honestly, not really down for it. What I may do eventually is I may buy the recipe to make another harvest house, and try to make it to where there's a courtyard off the harvest house and there's different rooms that lead to like different things, but it would be an entirely different plot. And for me, I don't really need an entirely different plot yet. I'm not quite to that stage. So, let's see, where was I? Logs, I think. Log armchair, cabin couch, stool? I guess I'll grab a stool. Not really a bench, that's not really what I'm looking for. Bed, armchair. I've got so many makeshift couches. It's more than likely that we're gonna end up putting makeshift couches in our plushie room, mostly because they look the most haphazard and comfy somehow at the same time. Nightstand, picnic table, makeshift window shelf. I don't remember having a window shelf, but okay. Moonstruck couch. And then I think our Moonstruck chair is outside, but I don't recall. Ranch armchair. Bench. Couch. Okay. Armchair. Console table. Couch. Okay. I think the other room, we're probably going to decorate it in Ravenwood and Moonstruck stuff, so that it can be more of a gothic witchy room. So we'll have one that's like super pink girly cutesy and the other one that's like super goth and stuff. Little Karomi and My Melody action going on, you know. No big deal. Oh, mirror. Don't need that. Wait, I thought I already had this. Do I have 2 of these? I think I might have 2 of those. That's okay. I do have a silver gardening trophy. Not that that matters, but I have one. So, go me. That's the Valley Sunrise stuff, which I would like to get more of the Valley Sunrise set. It's just really, really difficult to get because it comes out of the gacha system, so lucky coins. So, also need to look into how to make another one of these. I think it requires stone. Is it the Bellflower? Grand Fountain? Yes. Oh, it takes stone and pallium. So if I decide to do a second one, I'll have to get that. I feel like the gardenias are fine, but 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could grab some seeds. That's not what I thought I was getting seeds off of. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8. That seems about right. Those definitely go by water. The other thing that I want to do is I want to try to get as much of the like higher furniture as I can. So for instance, where did it go? The one for forging, if I could find it. I need like 1,900 coins so that I can get the koi pond, and I only have 400. So I need to collect 15 more forageables, chop 1 more tree, and then chop 5 magical trees. So we may go do that in a second, just so that we can get the weeklies out of the way. I also wish I could change my front door. If that's a thing you can do and I'm just goofy, y'all please let me know. If anybody knows of a way to change their front door, I'd appreciate it. Okay, we got 9 more. Got to be 10 more. Cece, why didn't you just go buy these planks like you bought the last ones? Well, I forgot. So I didn't do it. And I got distracted by collecting couches and things, and that's actually why I didn't do it. I'm so sorry. I could have made this easier on all of us. I need this one. I thought I had a couch. Maybe I haven't made that couch yet. Okay. So, I'll need to put 2 more here, and then if I build a second one, I'll have to put 2 more around it, or 4 more around it. So then I'll have 2 fountains. What I may do is I may move it a little bit closer. I don't know how close. And I want to line this whole thing in lights, but to do that, what I may have to do is go buy a bunch of light bulbs. So they did not look even for a second because of the way that the shadows are on each one of them. Because the way that it made me line them up. So like, technically, if I turned it, it would be the same way. But because I didn't, there's a shadow in this corner, and then there's a shadow in the bottom corner of the other one. So, the game decided how they would fit together, which is not perfectly. Strange. That's okay. It still looks nice. And I think with a white picket fence, it'll look even nicer. Now the thing is that I'll probably have the fence just kind of come to the edge here. Somebody said hello and I was making sure they weren't in my plot. But I'll end up moving all of this stuff out a little bit probably. Or I will have the fence kind of come up to kind of follow along this. And then have the gate that leads into the garden. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Not sure yet which way I want to go. So, I do need to rearrange this so that we can actually use that section. But I'm not going to do that until we can actually move our whole dining table. I should probably move this because, of course, it's got a bunch of dishes and things in it, which I think is really cool that they added more. But, please open. It's not going to fit in here. So if I add all the dishes that the game added, it's not going to fit in this. So I may either need to make a second one and fit them all in that, or I may need to put some of this stuff away and then try to rearrange from there. Now this doesn't allow you to put anything in it. So these will all, of course, have to stay together. And while it would make the most sense to put all the dishes in the dining room, what I may do is I may get a different dresser type thing and then try to put something like that in the dining room. So, and yes, this is a pantry and not actually a place to store dishes, but that's what I've used because this pantry is not quite the same. You cannot open this pantry. So, put that away. And this collection I may hide somewhere. I like it being here because then it's kind of all together. And it's like, here's my corner of things that I've accomplished. But it's all kind of scrunched together. So I'm going to spread it out a little bit. It got scrunched together just because of the amount of space that was actually over here. And now that the doorway is a little smaller, there's more space. I'm not loving this right now. But I don't really want to put that there. I need to put something on this wall, is the thing. Maybe like some artwork or something. Something needs to go on that wall, for sure. Don't know what yet, though. Oh yeah, I forgot about my little Ormu mug with the little straw. I forgot about it. It's very cute. Alright, sorry. I got distracted again. The whole point was that I was supposed to be grabbing couches and things to go put it in there and test to see which ones were the best. I may replace that with a bay window. I haven't decided yet. Alright, we're up to 55 out of 75, so we need 20 more. And if they're being made at the rate of like 2 per thing, okay, so it's 1 for every 37 seconds, so almost 2 every minute. That's not too bad. Also, my headphones are dying, so that may limit our options as well. I do like that this is a little more open feeling now that there's another room there. If I were to rearrange the whole house, for instance, if I were to turn this into where the... Wait. If I change it up and I make this side the place where the fireplace goes, and I take this room and put it off the back of this one... Nah. I was gonna say I may have more options for how to do little different little things, but I think my better bet would just be making a small room here off of this fourth section and making it like a tiny bathroom. But I think it would mess with the flow right here. I don't know. I may put a hallway here just to see what it looks like, but I may not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Also, I need to move Firebert closer, but... Oh, well, maybe he's as close as he can get. What's up, Firebert? Alright, let's see. Oh, I gotta move some stuff. Alright, you guys can move for now. Bloop. 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 Now, of course, as we gain more plushies, we'll put more stuff in here. But, I mean, it's pretty, but it's not really cozy. I think the makeshift is going to end up being the way. No, I don't love that. Alright, let's put that up. What's our next option? Number 2. Now, of course, I can recolor these if, like, the shape works, but the color doesn't. So, that'll be the other half of it. Let's do it like that. Nope. Okay, number 5 is the industrial. Not a bad choice. Not bad. Might recolor it. Number 8 is the log one. A little taller, which I appreciate. That was the other thing, is the other ones are a little too short. I'm kind of leaning towards needing a taller couch. Okay, this is the bedroom. It's a little shorter than I thought it was. That's okay. And then number... Oh. Yeah, it's not cozy. I'm not even going to look at it from afar, because I know that's not going to be the one. The industrial so far has been the best. Weirdly enough, I thought it was going to be the worst. That one's not bad. It does seem like one that you could, like, lay it down across. So, that one's a maybe. So far, let's grab this real quick. And then so far, I've got the industrial as a pretty good one. The Moonstuck as a pretty good one. Now we just need to test out the ranch and the Ravenwood. Boop, boop. Okay, ranch isn't too bad. Don't love the color, so I'm definitely gonna have to change the color. Ranch isn't too bad. I like how I can see the flutter foxes from here. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it'll come down to which one looks best recolored. Oh, hello. Get back where you're supposed to be. No, I don't even need to test that one. Okay. There we go. And then we'll put the rest of these back. And then, of course, I have the Moonstruck couch in my pocket. So let's see what industrial, Moonstruck, and ranch house can all be adjusted to. Alright, industrial. I can make it autumn themed, I can make it berry themed, I can make it in Calathea, classic, and shore. Debating on shore. And then for the Moonstruck, I can make it autumn themed, berry themed, Calathea, classic, and shore. I think I'd leave it in default. And then this one, I can make it autumn, I can make it berry, calathea, classic, and shore. So to mod this, I need 4. So I'm gonna need 6 more. Moonstruck or Ranch IMO. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards those two. I do like the industrial in that corner though. So I'm thinking maybe Ranch, but maybe industrial. I don't know. I'm thinking the Ranch one may be our winner, but just to be sure, I want to test them out in the colors that I'd be making them. Let's put all the rest of this stuff back because it didn't win. Perfect. Now let's go buy some mod thingies. So we need 4 per couch. So I've got 2. I need 6 more just to do 2 of the couches, and 10 total to do all 3 couches. Which I don't think I wanted to change the Moonstruck one because then it would make the base white, which is what I was trying to avoid. So I'm just gonna buy 6 for now. Some people have some names. They're long names. It's very nice. I wish I could have had a 3rd uppercase in my name, or that I had managed to put 2 spaces in it, because that was the other thing that I wanted to do and didn't do. My nose needs to stop itching me because it's driving me insane. It's because the weather changed. There's been a lot of like storms and stuff around me, so let's go ahead and buy 10. It's fine. This is also where you would buy leather, fabric, and silk if you could not already make it. So. Now I'm actually kind of surprised. I haven't seen anybody hit the new gold cap, but the previous one, of course, was only 300,000. So I never got close to that. I ended up at about 200,000 at one point. And then we spent it buying housing plots so that I could get my gazebo, because that's my one true love. But yeah, we didn't really go beyond that, which kind of sad actually. Run, little chopper, run! We got things to do. I got pavers to use. I think this works really well, actually. I think with some decorations on the side of it and some lights leading up to the house, it's going to work even better. But for now, I think this works really well. I like it a lot. I love my glowy stuff. I need more glowy stuff. That's what I need. Alright, let's make you that color. Let's make you that color. And then we'll go look at them. Alright. So, number 6. Okay. I think I like that better. The orange itself was just a little bit too harsh for the room, mostly because a lot of the plushes are already kind of orangish, other than like these guys, which are like blues and greens and, you know, the dark purple one. So I liked the idea of having another one. Do people need a ruby? I don't think so. Oh, see, this is a lot smaller. That's the thing. Is the other one is big, cozy. This one becomes a lot smaller. I think it's yeah, not gonna win. And then this one is already like the nice comfy blues and things. It's got other colors in it. We could kind of mix it with stuff. You're thinking ranch? Yeah, me too. I just want to see what it looks like perching. I do want to change the chandelier as well, but for now, I'm thinking the ranch one is going to be our best bet. So number 8, we're going to put her in the corner where she is most comfortable. Can I put a plushie on it? Yes, I can. Very cool. Maybe I should put the mushroom guy. Nah. put him here. They're just kind of wherever. These guys are all congregating because they're chappas. You just kind of go wherever. Little mushroom fun guy. Little fun guy plush. Technically, he should be in the corner. I could put him behind the couch, but that feels a little sad. Mushrooms like dark areas, so he should probably not be near a window. Wow. He's so sad outside. Yes, ranch as in, like, a ranch, a place. R-A-N-C-H. Wow. Can you get any closer? I gotta move. Okay. He was as close as he could get, apparently. Yeah, we're just gonna leave him there. Not sure if it's with or without an E. Yeah, it's does not have an E in that particular spelling. But yeah. Alright, so we've got that settled for now. Now we need to decide, do we want to leave the gazebo on this side, which kind of leaning towards no, or do I move it over here, where I may need to clear out some space? So my thought process is that I will have a porch coming off of the kitchen. It will lead to a footpath, which will be to our gazebo. And then, of course, our gazebo will be surrounded by flowers. There'll be lights that lead you there. A couple of pergolas, maybe, so that they're all lit up and stuff. The swing, all kinds of stuff. So like a little garden area. And then I think I'm going to be moving the soil itself, just kind of scooting it over, basically, and have the fence line come up with like a little gate here. And like the fence extends out this way so that it kind of surrounds the house. And then this section would be open. But we'll see. I think I'm going to add a second fountain. I don't know if I want it here where it lines up with the window. So that would put the other one about here. Or if I want to move it just a little bit closer. Because like this one would not be able to line up with this window if it was going to be the same distance. I think it would actually end up having to be about here. So either have them that spaced apart or have them, actually I think it'd be, let's see, 1, 2, 4, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, like right here, basically. So I can either leave them there, especially when I move the sand or the dirt and stuff, it'll make a little more sense. And of course I'll have to move all of the crafters and stuff as well. But it means it's harder for me to reach my crafters. So I gotta keep that in mind. And of course these are gonna get moved because they're ancient and powerful and might stick them in the woods somewhere. I'm not gathering, chill out. I do want to gather up all the fencing, so I'm gonna run around and do that in a little bit. But for now, I wanted this to grow before I moved everything. Ugh, I've got 64 out of 75. Thanks. Oh, it's built! Hooray! Our second bedroom is ready. It's kind of a small room, all things considered. But what we decided was we were going to see if a small room was big enough. I don't think it's going to be, just looking at it from the outside. Oh yeah, that would be a tiny bedroom. So, what I gotta do is I've got to replace it with a medium-sized room. I don't know what to do with this small room, because we've already determined that we have to kind of get rid of them. So, what I may have to do is I may have to buy another harvest house and build it, which I don't want to do. But if I right-click, it picks up everything, which I don't want it to do. I wish I could just drop it into my inventory. Okay, I can turn it. That's not what I'm trying to do. Use a small room for your crafters. That's true. I just don't know where to stick it. And it might be too close together. Oops. No, go back. So I could keep the small room by putting it here and then putting the porch off the back of it. Or putting the porch off the back of the dining room. But I don't know. Because then I would have to build a medium room to put here, is the thing. So I wish I could put it away. That's what I really want to do. I really want to just put it away. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Nope. M, N, B, V, X, Z, A, S, D. Nope. That's just how we move around. J, K, L. Right click to remove. So if I do that, it goes back to where it was. And if I click it here, it picks up everything in my house, which I don't want it to do. So it'll take existing items in the house and put everything in inventory and storage, and I can't have it do that, or I will cry. I will literally cry. If I had a second thing I could test it on to make sure that it only did that small room, then I would do it. But unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to work. So I may have to place it here and then move it around later, but we'll see. I think I've got another... no, I don't. Okay, so I don't have any other medium-sized rooms ready. I would have to go buy the blueprints and then put a bunch of stuff in it. So, for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some furniture in there. And what I may end up doing is putting, like I said, another hallway piece here so that we can have like a little closet so that there's a bathroom right here. Since our master bathroom is, of course, attached to our master bedroom. So, I'm not sure what our main plan is going to be, but it's just one of many. Just one option out of several. And then, of course, we've got the tiny one for our bedroom. I may switch that, but I have to rearrange the bedroom. Don't know yet. And then I think I have decided that this is going to be a bay window. So I'm going to go ahead and swap that one out. Boop. Ah! It took my stuff. I forgot. I forgot I had all this stuff. That was silly of me. Forgot I had so much stuff on that wall. Oh no. Okay. 19. Oops. I might have messed up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna have to go redo our kitchen. That's okay. We're planning to redo the kitchen anyway. Hooray, it's being built. Oh, I need 4 more. Oof. So we're planning on redoing the kitchen anyway because we're moving that. I just forgot that I had a bunch of stuff on this wall, so oops. Let's put this here because that's where it's gonna go anyway. That'll work, but this is gonna be a doorway, so I need to like move this around to where it's like more of a kitchen. I don't know. I gotta fix some stuff. Let's see. I had a bunch of stuff in here. I had a spice rack. I had a pots and pans kind of thing, but I had it to where the cabinet was over it, so it was kind of like it was hanging from the cabinet. And I can't reach it from there. So this may end up going somewhere else. Let's place it here for now. And then I had this over this, and it was a little easier to reach. Then I've got my spice rack, which this is going to be a more open spot, so you can fix that later. And then I have my knives. That'll work. Can I move you any closer? Yes. Yeah, that kind of works. It's a little jumbled, but once the bay window's done, it'll be a little easier because I'm going to move both the ovens underneath there, and then these will get moved, or both the stoves, I should say. So I'll spread it out along the wall a little bit. These will get moved because that'll be a doorway. It'll be more of an open area. So I may put one on each side. Haven't decided yet. And then this is probably going to get turned into more of a kitchen island kind of style. Haven't quite decided that yet, but there's still time. Nice. Okay, so I need a medium-sized room, but I'm gonna need the stuff for it. And I don't know that I necessarily want to do that without you all, so that may be something that I save till next time. Mostly because half the fun for me is, like, y'all being involved. Alright, the bay window only has 8 minutes. This has 33 minutes. That's quite a bit of time, actually. I've got some time. I need to wait until this goes up again, so we gotta wait till 6 a.m. in-game time. Which should be within the next 10 minutes or so? But we'll see. Alright. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that combination. I need more lights in here. For sure, because this ceiling light is just not enough. I thought about making a bunch of these, because they're just little bulbs of light, but I think I need more than that. We'll see. We'll see. I've got some other furniture I can kind of dig through a little bit. Alright, let's put you away, you away. Where is my homestead stuff? Alright, so I've got the homestead small lamp. Homestead large lamp. The large pot. Nope. Need to get dressed and head out? Fair enough. I hope you have a great day at work, Anna. I hope it goes easy and well for you. I'm trying to find... Oh, I needed that. I don't know why I put that away. I'm trying to find the lamps. Did I lose the lamps? Am I wrong about what they're called? Hang on. I hope you have a great day, Anna, and I hope that it is super easy and super quick for you. Nope, that is a homestead lamp. Okay. Maybe I'm fundamentally misunderstanding what I own. They're not called round lamps or jar lamps, they're just called lamps. That's the secret. Alright, one of them has to go up here, which is why these are still in existence. Let's do this one. Large. I thought you were going to be bigger. Thought that was going to be much, much larger. Definitely thought that was going to be bigger. I need something that puts off a lot of light. Like a lot. Oops, where am I going? Alright, let's see. I can't hang anything from in there. If I remember correctly, I can only use lamps. No, maybe. I might just have to make a bunch of the large ones and just stick a bunch up there, but we'll see. Bucket, display case. I don't know what the display case is for. Pot, no. Candle, no. All of these lamps are like standing lamps and stuff, so I don't think those will work. I think this dangles. I don't think it offers any sort of thing that I may need. Makeshift coffee table, no. Maybe. Wall lamp, no. Candles, no. I don't know why I have a high quality one of this. I don't know what that does for me. Oh yeah, we gotta decorate that tiny bedroom. Let's put some basic stuff in there. Do I have a smaller end table? have a nightstand. That'll work. Nightstand will work. Hooray! I don't think there's a lot that will fit in that room, so I'm just trying to grab the, like, wall stuff. Hope for the best. That'll work. We have the floor decor. And then the chandelier. That'll fit. And then I know I have floating candles somewhere, but I don't know where they are. I think that's everything. I think I do want to put trees leading up to my house, so I may need to just grow some trees. Which, I mean, there are worse fates, I guess. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? I got distracted in what I was doing, so now I'm doing something I wasn't doing before, which is fine. Alright, we're gonna put this in the corner because that's about the only place it'll fit. Then we're gonna put the end table here. And then we'll add, like, the wall shelf and light. Probably need 2 of these, but it's fine. Nope. And then I need the chandelier. Turn it on. Not that it offers much light, but it's fine. Oops. I wanted to turn this one on. It's fine. Nice and spooky. And then we have the flooring. Is it me? Is it the bed? Seriously. Gee. Bye. Of course. I have to put the bed on top of it. This is the way. Can I not put the... I can put the bed on top of it, so what is it doing? Is that in the way now? No way. It was sitting there before. Can't go that way, so can I go this way? What is in the way? Is it this? What is happening? Is it the section that this is? Because it can just go on it, but then it suddenly is not able to go anymore. Is it the chandelier? You know what? You can move. I'm just gonna make this work, okay? Right, you are gonna be just wherever you can be, okay? There is fine. You're gonna move. You are gonna go back in this corner. Gosh darn it. Okay, you know what? Go there. You can move, because if you're the rug was the reason. Because apparently it can't be unbalanced, is the problem. So no unbalancing it. Got it. It's definitely not where it was before, but you know what? It's fine. This can just sit like here. Can this sit on it if it's messed up? Can I move? So I can put this down somewhere near this. Like that, maybe? Yeah, so this can sit on it even if it's on the corner. Weird, but alright. A little lantern. And then turn that on. Oh, that's brighter than anything else in the room. Delightful. Anyway. Number 4. Can you not go up there? Yes, you can. Fantastic. Number 1. Wall cabinet. And number 2 is a clock. Put it by the door, I guess. Now, of course, if I move this room, all of this is going to get messed up. But that's okay. A mirror so that you can look your best. And I think that's everything. Yes. It's fantastic. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a room. I'm gonna swap these, I think. For now. I may not. I may leave this off. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. And then I need to be outside. I don't know why I'm inside, but I need to be outside. Why did I only grab one? That was silly. My bay window is finished. Hooray! That was the thing I was waiting on that I forgot I was waiting on. Alright, so I can redo my kitchen a little bit. I've got the wallpaper in my pocket for this, so I can just smack that on the walls real quick. Bam. Nice. And then, of course, that's still going to take a while, so we'll just save that for next time. And everything else should already have its walls. Perfect. Well, that's nice. I may not leave the sink there. Honestly, I may not leave that bay window there either. Just fully depends. I may swap it out with a regular window and then put the bay window on the dining room. We'll see. Once the dining room is built and I can move the dining room stuff and rearrange the kitchen, that'll kind of determine whether or not we need a bay window here. But for now, it can stay. And then this looks nice with all bay windows. I'm going to leave that. I need to figure out what kind of wallpapers I want to do, or if I just want to do all one the same. This, I may still build the little hallway section here to turn into like the little bathroom. And this bedroom actually has a lot more room in it than I thought it was going to. So I may just put a couple more things in here. It's going to seem a lot smaller once I do. And of course, we're going to darken up the walls, which is going to make it seem smaller. So I may change my mind. I may switch this to a medium-sized room. But for now, the small room will work. Let's try to get some different wallpaper going. I know I've got a few. That's a roof. Let's do the dark sapphire instead of the, and then there's the gray one. I thought about doing the holly jolly because it's dark, but and then there's another one. I do also want to put some Moonstruck stuff in that room instead of just the Ravenwood stuff, because like the chairs and stuff that go in the Ravenwood set are very uncomfortable looking. So I was debating putting some Moonstruck stuff in there as well. Unfortunately, I don't think you can dye any of the Moonstruck stuff dark enough to where it would actually go. So that's my one hesitance there. And I want a dark carpet. I don't want tile. But I don't think there's really any carpets. I think it's all the tiles and things. So I'll grab the slate swirl and the sandstone swirl. And I will grab the... No, I don't want the cubes for... that's wallpaper. I have the bamboo I could put in the other room. That'd be cool. I know, I'm getting distracted from what I said I was gonna do, but in my defense, there's so much cool stuff to do. So I keep getting distracted because it's all cool. City Hall tile? No. Maybe the apothecary. Maybe that one. Okay. We grabbed a lot of stuff. And it's 6 a.m. Ugh, my tree's still not fully grown. How many days does this take? Ugh, I swear. If it takes any longer, I will assume that the trees grow backwards. Also, our chili peppers are growing backwards at this point. Alright, so we need a nice dark wall. I've got the, of course, the dark inky blackness. I can always do that. I've got the blue, which is nice, but a little too bright. And then I've got the amethyst, which would give a nice pop of purple. This carpet, I don't really like the purple, so let's see about changing the floor real quick. Okay, can I rotate it? Cannot rotate it. Okay, so that's not too bad. How about this one? Okay, so it's the lighter version. Number 5. No. Number 6. No. Okay. So we'll go back to 2. And we'll try the purple again. Almost too bright. It makes me a little sad, because I was kind of hoping to add like a little bit of color to the room. But I think I'm going to stick with the gray. Also, this is super low. I did not realize how low that was going to be. So it's going to go a little more in the room. So you're not like banging your head when you walk in the door, I guess. I don't know who's going to sleep with all these flowers next to them. Whoever sleeps in this bed, I guess. Very simple room, very comfy, mostly. Yeah, it should be fine. I could put the blues in here. The blues and purples in here. Or in this hallway. And then... that's not too bad. I am going to change this floor, though. Oop. That one. Yeah, that looks nice. So that this is part of this room, a little bit. That looks nice. Okay. Alright, and then this, yeah, still debating on that, that hallway, which is also a bathroom. But I'm not sure yet. I need some kind of rug to go here, I think. And then I need to swap out this to make it more part of this room. That works. That works a lot for me. This is gonna get changed completely, but we'll see. Number 4. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a lot softer than that. Hydrate. Wow. Cube, look at my room of plushies. I think I need more plushies. Amazing. I know. I need more plushies. I thought this wallpaper was going to be softer. I'm kind of disappointed, actually. You're also playing D&D right now. Well, enjoy your D&D. It's okay. I am just designing a house. We've made a lot of changes. I am, for sure, going to build a second fountain. I'm doing that. So, it is the Bellflower Grand Fountain. There we go. I hope I didn't already have one. That would be really silly of me. Yay, level 27 for our furniture making. Let's go to house. Let's go to Builder's Fountain. Now, if I put it the same distance, that is going to be about 1 and a little. So like 1 and a little would put it here, but there's stuff in the way. So I'm going to put it here for now. I'm going to start moving this stuff over, just like this, basically. Perfect. And then, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, roughly. Let's make sure it's on the same thing, and then hang on. It's basically I want to line up these two, so I'm gonna move the other one up a little bit, and then like that maybe. One over, and then this one is. Let's just put them on top of each other so I can. Oh, I was trying to measure something, but okay, game. It's fine. Thought I was not. Okay, so they're even here, and then they're even here, and then even here, I think. Doesn't seem like it lines up because maybe it does. Let's place this here, and then this will go up next to it, and then this will be here. Can I move these? Okay. I don't think I can, actually. I have to move those manually. Alright. That's fine. I can put this here. And this one here. And then that should give me the ability to right, so then here. And then there. And then that doesn't look even. Why doesn't it look even? Hello, Suo. I'm trying to decorate and my brain is not braining right now. I'm very sleepy. Hello. You too? Nice. Your brain is not braining? That's fair. Maybe if I move them closer. Maybe they're too far. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe like here. I gotta move the gardenias. G. B. Fine. Okay. Let's try this new plan. So it's about here-ish. And then we just move it on the other side. Now I can place this on these, but not on just half of it, which is a little interesting. It means that I could build some of these and build them out and just place it on top of it, but I don't want to do that yet. Okay, so it's about most of a one off, so it would be like that, and then a little bit over, right? Make them even. I'm trying to make them even, and I'm not. There. Yeah, that's pretty even. Alright. My gardenia flowers. My fully grown ones specifically. Let's put these back. Oh, that does not look right. That looks about right. And number 8. No. I think my other gardenias are in storage, so I have to go get them out. Oh, it's this one. Duh. I'm goofy. I was like, why doesn't that look even? Because it's not the right one. Here we go. And gardenias, just cause I got so many. Number one. Oh. Because I gotta grow them. That's what it is. Bloop. And we'll do it like that. And then we'll do this side as well. Now, technically, I do have some fully grown ones that are in the thing around the gazebo, but I don't want to get those out, so I'm just gonna plant some fresh ones, and then move them as they grow. So, do I wish that the fountain would water its own flowers? Absolutely. Do I think it's a little silly that it doesn't? Also, absolutely. Am I going to water these anyway? Yes. My watering can is empty. Am I going to try to water these anyway? Absolutely. Alright, let's get these bad boys fully watered. Fantastic. And now these two. Boop. And... boop. Alright, I need to kind of readjust the flowers, but they don't have to be perfect unless I plan to line the entire area around this with it, which I could do, because as those grow, they're going to produce some seeds, and I think some of the ones over here still have seeds to grab. Now, I could change it up, and I could use these little pink flowers instead. There's nobody saying that I have to use the gardenias, they just happen to be bushy and white, so that's what we picked. Sure, I got everything watered in here. Fantastic. It's kind of hard for me to see the little thingies when they're kind of blending in with everything, so. Trying to get all my flowers watered, but no guarantees. Oh, that looked like one. It wasn't. Ah, there is a second one. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I saw a second watering bar. I think the rest of this stuff is all watered. Perfect, okay. And of course, we can always add more flowers to this. And when we move the gazebo, we'll of course add more flowers to it. Eventually, we'll change those up. Oh good, the flowers went with it. I just needed to see if it was going to leave all the flowers behind, because that was going to be the end of it for me. I was going to cry. So we're going to move it over here in this little patch, and then we will eventually be able to build a pathway and some more lights to go on it. But for now, we're just going to swing her around over here and then get her in this little thing. I think I'm going to take out that bush. I think the bush right there is in the ideal spot. But I could also put it right here, so we'll see. The tiny bushes don't really give me anything that I need aesthetically, so that's why I'm kind of not really caring too much about them. My biggest thing is I do kind of want to add trees to the front yard. So like once that tree's grown, like I want to add a couple more. Because for right now, it's very barren in the front yard, and I don't like that. And again, of course, we're going to have lights that lead up to the house. I don't know if I can hang lights from the house. That's kind of my thing. Is like, there's a lantern up there. I want to turn that bad boy on. I think I can. Like, if I move my thing of chests, my ladder, should be able to. Yeah. It's my ladder so I can get up places. Perfect. I can scale the front of my house now. Ah, it's not tall enough. Oh no. Seriously? It's not tall enough? Okay, well, I can fix that. I can fix that. Just grab all the ancient chests that I have. And then move it back a little bit, because I'm gonna need more space to work with. Bloop. And then find them in my inventory. Forward. I think I gave myself a whole space. That's roughly right. Oh. Okay. I cannot turn this light on. Or off, for that matter. What I can do is climb on the roof. Very fun. Love being up here. My house is built like an insane person built it. There's gotta be a better way to do this whole section. I just don't know what it is. I mean, honestly, the solution could just be a second hallway room right here. Or it could be that I need to redo this whole shebang. Maybe build a room coming off of here. I don't know. We'll see. Whee! Perfect. Honestly thought I could turn that on. Not really sure what to do with the information that I can't. That needs to go away. Those need to go away. This stuff needs to go away for now. Kind of sad about the bamboo wallpaper. Thought that was gonna be a little more significant than it was. I think we decided that none of those work. Now I need some wall lamps. Okay. Actually, I don't know if I need wall lamps. What I may need is I may just need like a couple of chandeliers. I don't know. Let's find out. I don't need a ceiling lamp. I don't need a desk lamp. I don't need a jug. I need a wall lamp. Let's grab the 2 wall lamps and see if that solves our problem here. I'm gonna get taller just because. Now, can I hang anything off the window? That's my first question. No, because it is not technically a wall. Can I hang anything off of anything else? What in the hippie hap is happening? Yeah, I can turn it sideways. That's not what I need. I can hang it low. Also not what I need. What about up there? Ah! Falling down. Okay, I can hang them here. So that could be something that I do. Can I hang it anywhere else here, though? I need to be on that, is what I need. I don't think it'll let me be on that, but that's what I need to do. Let's be on that. Oh, I can. Woohoo! Alright, so I can place it anywhere here. I cannot place it anywhere up here. I cannot place it anywhere in this window. But I can hang it above the window, or above the bay window, and below the bay window. So technically, I can put lights near my door, but I don't know how well they'll be lit up. I may need 2 more. That may be the thing that I need, is I may need a couple more up top. And I don't think I have the ingredients to be able to make those, but just in case. I think they were Homestead wall lamps. Nope, because I need 2 light bulbs. Rip. 1 and 2. That's going to take way too many minutes. I may have to buy them. Let's just put them up top for now. That may be our better solution, actually. Cancel. And we're just going to grab it. Right. And then I think I'm going to make our gear a little shorter. Grab, grab, grab. Oop, fell down. Grab grab, and grab. That way, it can actually fit right where we're trying to go. Actually, it's still too tall. That's okay. A little easier to reach this spot now. Number 1. It's in the center. I'm trying to make it as high up as I can make it. So right there. Okay. Now let's do the other side. Press X. Grab that one. Here. And it is as in the middle as I could get it, because it's right in this little crevice here, so I'll put it here. Is that as far down as it had to go? I hope so. Alright. Get rid of the control. Turn it on. Turn it on. Alright, that's not too bad. Grab my makeshift ladder. Take it back to the back. It's not as tall as it was, I don't think. Well, I can still make it, so that's the important part. I can still make it in here. We hadn't decided if we were gonna need more things to light this up, because I didn't really look at it at night. So we'll just leave that there for now. And we'll drop these off. I need to put Kenyatta back on the wall because she keeps coming off the wall. Sorry, Kenyatta. I don't mean for you to be dismissed or anything. Oh well. Cute room. Can't wait to fully decorate it. I'm so excited. I might move our lockbox into here because it kind of makes more sense. But also it just needs to exist. I don't actually need it to be anywhere specific. So it could just be in a corner of the house. Because it doesn't really fit the vibe for in here. So that's the whole thing. I'm gonna move these guys a little closer together. I'd like Frogbert to kind of be among the friends. So he can go over here. But then that guy's by himself. He can go over here. Because there's the big Frogbert outside, so. Can I take a picture of this room? Oh, I can't get all the plushies in one picture. That's a problem. How about if I swap the viewfinder? Can I get a picture in this room with everybody? No. Okay. And I can't zoom out from myself all that much. Okay, that kind of gets everybody in the picture, but you can't really tell that Frogbert is outside being a creeper. So, what if I take a picture from Maji's point of view? Kinda, but the Ormu's not really in the photo. That's okay. Boop. That'll work. Oops, I forgot to save it. Recent. It's a good starter picture. The room definitely needs some work. It needs wallpapers, it needs new lights, it needs wall decor, it needs a new flooring, it needs rugs, it needs all kinds of stuff. So I am going to keep working on it. I think I might try to get like the ranch rug, which is pretty big, but we'll see how that goes. I've got a lot more that I want to do with this room, and of course our dining room will be built by the next time we play, and I will hopefully have decided if I'm making a second bathroom off of this or not. And of course, figuring out what kind of wallpaper to do in this in-between room. Thinking a neutral-ish color. I don't really want to continue the green because I don't think it'll quite work. But some other kind of neutral color that would be for a hallway should do. But we'll see. We'll see. And of course, oh! Just kidding, the dining room will be done now. Phenomenal. Now I can redo my whole dining room. You are out of here. Because you are replacing it. Woohoo! Congratulations. Alright. Let's move our whole dining setup. Fantastic. I may move it further, but for now, this is where it's gonna go. Nope. Hooray! We get to make our dining setup right now. I actually thought it had some more time left, and I totally wasn't killing time until it was done. No, that doesn't sound like me at all. Because it was 33 minutes worth of building, so then I played for another 33 minutes. I really love this game. That's kind of the thing, is that I really love this game, and I love playing it, and I do often get lost in playing it because I'm trying to do so many different things, because there's so many different things to do. That's a little sad looking. We will move our thing of dishes. We will for sure make a second one so that we can put our other dishes in here, like our fancy dishes. These gotta go, because of course they do. And I think what I am gonna do is I am gonna copy the same, like, wallpaper that we put in this room. I think maybe that would be a good idea. And of course, the, what you call it? The, I'm not sure if I want to have the porch coming off of this one that leads to the backyard, or if I want to have it coming off the dining room. I'm thinking the kitchen, but I may have to redo the kitchen just to see. This needs to go in the dining room. It can go on this wall, that's fine. It's kind of close to the kitchen, which is why I may move this one. This wall, actually. Boop. 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 And then I'll put the second one like right next to it. That'll be fine. Now I just need to redo the kitchen. Hooray! These need to be more of a kitchen island kind of thing going on. Because otherwise, like, why? And then I'll have to do like this maybe? I'll move these in just a second, but I need to do more of a kitchen island situation. Don't know if this works like this, where they're kind of blocking the dining room as like a door, but not really a door. I don't think that works. I think it would work better if it was here. Then my stoves don't fit. These can't really fit next to each other is the problem. I mean, they can, but not really. Because, like, I don't think that works very well. Yeah. Now I have too much stuff in my kitchen. These need to move. First and foremost, these need to move so this can be spread out a little bit. This can go a little bit more in the middle. In the middle, there we go. And that's nice. Okay. These need to move. This needs to move. These are just gonna have to move over here somewhere. And I may have to put one just either side of this. That may just have to be their function, is either side of that. And then this, I'm gonna put here and here. And then this, here and here. I thought about leaving them next to each other like they were before, but honestly, nah. I think that's okay. I need more lights in here, obviously, but, and in here, for sure. But for now, I think that's okay. We'll put this one in here. That's probably fine. There we go. A little bit more light. There's just not enough light in this game. Like, I know it's like 6 p.m. or whatever, but there's not enough light in my house. There's plenty of light outside. I can see things perfectly clearly. But I just cannot see in my own house. So we need, like, wall lamps and all kinds of stuff. We need so much more light. Actually, I'm going to move you over a little bit. There we go. There are 3 lights in this room, and it's still not fully lit. It's insane to me. So I'll have to add more lights throughout the room, like wall lamps and candles on the table and all kinds of stuff like that. Probably another light up there. Something. I need more lights. Oh, I can open that. I didn't know that. Do I have another light I can stick in there? No. But what I do have is a tiny light up here that maybe will fit in there. Let's find out. Right. If this fits, super. If it doesn't fit, well, we'll figure it out. I like how I'm carrying it from one end of my house to the other. And I put my foot all over the stove to find out. Yes! Nice! Fantastic. How do I close this? Oh, not cook. Close. Oh, almost had it. Hey! Now it's a little light! Perfect! Okay. Nice. It doesn't really add that much light right there, but it's cute. So, it wins. I'm gonna use so much more light in here. Maybe if I make the windows bigger? I think I need to make the windows bigger. I do have at least 7 more bay windows. I'm going to put those 2 as bay windows. Put my wall stuff back up. Because of course. It automatically puts them in my pockets anytime I make any adjustments to any walls, windows, or anything. Which is okay. Alright, do I have enough stuff? I have that, and I have that. Perfect. This one, I have that, and I don't have that. Oh no. I'm out of planks again! Oh no. That is my issue, is that I keep running out of wood planks. I made the decision, and it was probably a poor decision, but that's okay. Alright, now the other decision is, do I want to go ahead and do this? I'm just going to grab those. And just... I think if I have the porch coming off of here, it'll work fine. If I had it coming off of here, that would be different. So I'm going to add a bay window. Boop. And then I'm going to add a porch. Do that one. Nice. I have no idea what the porch takes, because I've never built one. Sapwood plank, glass pane. Perfect. Now these, of course, take about 8 minutes, and then they just form, so they'll just be there. That'll let in a lot more light. This, on the other hand, takes an iron bar and 30 sapwood planks. I only have 16. And I am out of wood, I think. Darn it. Okay. I think I may have a little bit more wood. It won't be done in time, but that's okay. I'm gonna throw 20 in here. I think I needed 15. So I'm gonna throw 20 in there. It is gonna take roughly 10 more minutes. But I need to get going because I do need to be up early tomorrow. I need to add a second one of these, or at least change them out. But okay, adding the lights definitely helped. I think I will be adding lights to other parts of the front of the house, but not 100% sure yet. I might just add little lights like I'm going to do for this pathway. We'll see. So it'll be something that kind of comes together as we build and as we learn and as we kind of experiment with the different looks and stuff. I do want to find a way to light up the orbs on top of each of the fountains, but that may not be possible, so I may just leave it. So yeah, we've got a lot more to do when it comes to decorating this game. This is actually our first night that we've done any decorating all together as a group. So thank you all for hanging out while we did it. It was a lot of fun. We got a lot more done than I thought we would, and I got very, very distracted from anything I was actually going to do, like catching a bunch of bugs and trying to get more plushies from that. So hopefully we'll be able to do that soon. And of course, if I catch any offline, I'll post like some pictures and stuff. Because I do play this in my downtime, and I do try to do a lot more of the like gathery, grindy stuff. Also, I just realized that my camera's been down here the whole time. I usually keep it like up here. So sorry about that. I've been at the bottom of your screen. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I hope you have a restful, relaxing rest of your evening. I hope you get a snack if you need it, and I hope you remember to hydrate because it is good for your brain and your body. And I'm going to drink the last of this because I'm thirsty. We'll be back tomorrow with some Stardew Valley, and we'll be back Thursday with some more Luminous Ocean. So, once again, thank you everybody so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again real soon. Bye!